Um, Lovely. So, who remembers what happened last time?
We rolled up in this dusty old valley, in this mountain pass in somewhere in fucking Wales, and there was some kind of wrecked couple of cars in the bottom next to a cave.
Mm-hmm.
We parked up to investigate with our vehicles parked for a handy getaway facing back the way we came. And we stumbled over towards said cave opening. And then our resident redacted investigator got jumped.
So, yes, very true, very true. Has everyone rolled initiative?
Well,
I think I'm on there.
I rolled my initiative like 2 weeks ago, Andy.
Yeah.
I thought I did, but evidently not. So, bam.
Yeah.
I need to roll
Yeah.
fire iron.
Oh yes, alright.
Oh, the other thing I've realised.
Where's tire iron?
Yeah, I think you need to put his. You need to.
29.
Oh, there you go. 29. What the? Oh shit.
Fucking hell.
What the dickens?
I don't know, but the
What?
more
Yeah,
things that
Plus,
the more
oh
things
shit!
that
Yeah, he
fund
gets a
the
plus
cyber
9 to his
empire.
initiative.
Huh.
Fuck, damn,
Hey,
Tyrone.
the more people who go earlier, the higher the chance of you know.
Ed,
Yes.
my quicken reflexes gives me a +2 to my reflex saves. How do I put that on a character sheet?
Very
I
good
can take the proficiency, but that makes it a +3, which is too much.
Yeah, and then you wouldn't be able to do it just specifically to that one, would you? And this sheet doesn't let you do like specific modifiers. That may just have to be something you remember, I think, unfortunately. Maybe just put a little note somewhere just to.
You
like,
can do it on the option, I'm pretty sure. Attributes and things, you can change it. You can just add an extra 2 to what's in there. Reflex bonus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, there you go. Well done, Dan.
Thank you.
Fuck.
Well done, Dan.
That's
Thank you.
changed everything.
Ed now goes back through every character sheet quickly, just changing all of his things.
Oh, tweaky. Very good. So yeah, as you guys have come to the mountain pass agreed drop zone where you're to meet the McKellen brothers as directed by Sly to make a pickup on his behalf, you come across these trucks lined up, well, parked up, seemingly waiting for a meetup. But something seems amiss. One of them is on fire, for one thing. And as you investigated, you notice that there are drag marks leading into the mouth of the cave over yonder. As redacted, John looked through into the cab of that truck. The seemingly unmoving body twitched and then shrieked and lunged for him. So everyone up, moving at the same time. Tyrine is up first, actually. He is the streak and is able to move quickest.
So we're going to attack this fight guy then.
Mm-hmm.
Who's written poop? It's Ditch's colours, so I assume it's Ditch.
It's not me.
It's definitely Ditch.
Can I do it? Can I perform a light bite?
Please do it. Please do.
Please
Light.
kill it.
It's gonna be a miss, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Cock.
Oh, Richard's gonna get his head bit off.
Cock and balls.
Bad dog.
Do it, I'm afraid.
No, it's fine. There's a couple of people around first.
Tyrone, have
Richard
any-
also rolled the worst initiative.
I'm just not seeing it. Am I at the bottom of the turn order?
By 10.
Everyone's fucking god damn. Everyone's rolls. This
Oh,
guy's-
hang on a minute.
I like to think it's because they've all seen that I'm in trouble.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
What?
We're not
We're
going
hanging.
anywhere.
Yeah, what?
We're hanging on.
We're
Advantage
here for this.
because Stone Cold said so.
So you would have rolled the 12 instead of
So
the
you
10.
rolled a 12, which also misses.
Oh
I'm
fuck!
afraid.
Well, he's oof.
Well remembered, though.
Yeah,
Yes.
points.
I'm sure that will come into play soon. Yes.
It says there if ally isn't incapacitated, but I fear by the next turn that won't be the case.
Key of
Lovely.
little
Is
faith.
Pyron able to do anything else?
No, I'm going to stay here and stand by his pal.
Alrighty, River.
Aaron starts mourning.
All right. So I'm going to draw with a fucking pen. For God's sake, why did I have a pen?
We just run away.
Okay. Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna leg it off. I'm stuck to the pen now. There we go. Okay. 1, 2. I think that's all my movement.
Yeah, so you're getting dangerously close to the flames, but yeah, you're able to stay out of the way.
yeah, right.
No, you can get in there without being
Okay,
attacked.
yeah,
But yeah,
cool,
so
cool.
you'd have to like lunge through the windscreen of the truck here to hit
Even
him.
better. All right. So I'm gonna charge up here and try and stab. Where is my? There it is. Stabby. It's an 18. Hey. And I get sneak attack because I'm flanked by allies.
He's not flanked, I'm afraid.
No, as in, sorry, like I'm adjacent to people.
Oh,
who are adjacent
right.
to him.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
just within 5 feet. Yeah, of course. Go for it.
And here is sneak. So it's 20 damage, assuming an 18 hits. God, if an 18 doesn't hit, we're gonna have a conversation, Ed.
18 hits.
Thank
Right,
fuck.
yeah. So yeah, you lunge through your katana, sort of like piercing him through the shoulder.
Mhm.
It's sort of like still there's locked eyes with John, but you have like sort of momentarily sort of stabbed it, and it just streaks and continues to sort of barrel forwards.
Right. I was really hoping he would maybe turn his attention on me and I could use my bonus action to run away. So I could still run away, but that feels very mean to John. I guess I will use my bonus action to disengage.
Mhm.
And I guess end my turn there, just so I'm not in the fire. Sorry, John. Good knowing you.
Hey. Lovely. Jameson.
Right. I'm gonna go 1, 2. I can move through spaces, can't I? Don't I?
Oh yeah, of allies, yeah.
I could do make it there.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
And then I
Dangerously
will.
close to the fire.
It's a place to be, man.
And then I will do my level best to fucking cave in this vampire's head. Oh wait, no! First, I will bonus action Fury.
Yay!
Hey,
It's only taken about 20 sessions, but I am learning.
we're so proud of you.
Kill it.
No, I don't want this to kill.
Oh,
He
very
wants
good.
And we'll take an extra
One hits.
2 Fury damage.
Minus 15.
Wait, 6.
Very good.
And I'll do that again, I guess.
Yeah. 14 does not hit, I'm afraid. Just misses. So you swing once, like caving through the windscreen, completely ripping that away and smashing into one of its shoulders, but the other side missing as you on the back swing. Are you doing anything else?
I haven't got any actions left. Can I use some movement to step back into redacted space and shove him out of the way?
I would say if you were going to try and act on him and influence him, that would be some kind of action. So I think with your movement, you'd be unable to do that.
Booty slam him.
It's just booty pop.
Boom!
Grind into me.
Chest bump him.
It means if. No, hang on. No, it doesn't. No, he's going to get his head cut off. Oh well. We tried our best.
Seems reasonable.
Splint can save me.
I can save you.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's me.
Lovely. Splint.
Splint is going to move up over here and just shoot over Tire Iron's head at the bad boy with his shotgun.
Go for it.
Oof.
8 misses,
Do I
unfortunately.
have advantage because of all my allies?
And
Oh,
stone
yeah.
heart. So
Because unfortunately it's a ranged attack and there is no... Well, you don't have flanking and that doesn't work with
Yeah.
ranged attacks anyway.
Well, there goes my go. Enjoy.
Alrighty. The thing continues its mad scrabbling. It has been sort of like tied up in the seatbelt this whole time, so it hasn't been able to get over. But it finally manages to get an arm free and make a lunge for John.
I would like
Um,
to use my reaction to distract him to give disadvantage.
Yes. Right, so you manage. Does that do anything?
It gives disadvantage
fine with
on its attack roll.
Yeah, I was just seeing because it's got some immunities and conditions. But yeah, no, that's effective against it. So it's going to attack with. Oh,
Fuck off! Fuck off!
Oh my
yes.
god.
Double
so
26. The fuck, Richard.
Wow. No, it's fine. My AC is very much half of that.
You fucking tried, mate.
Basically, what happens is it lunges its hand that just shatters through the glass, just next to John, grabs his shoulder and just claws into it, and the claws dig in and sort of scrape up against the bone of his shoulder blade. You take 13 points of damage and you are grappled.
That doesn't sound good.
Uh-oh.
That is his turn. Cookie.
can I deal from where I am? I can see him from where I am, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Ping Echo, all 5 on him, so 5d4 plus 5.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh.
16.
16 damage on him, please.
Oh,
yes.
Starts to look a little bit rough.
That's it.
Did he not start off looking a little bit rough?
Oh no, he's looking pretty fucked now. As you do that, just like blood gushes out of his ears and eyes, but his eyes stay locked, intensely maddening on John. You doing anything else, Becky?
No, but I would like to ready. Okay, can I ready a reaction?
You've already made an action, so you are unable to hold an action.
No, but can I ready this for the next ally that hits?
Oh yeah, no, that you can take your reactions whenever it'll affect
okay.
them. Yeah, you don't need to declare it
I'll
on
do
your
it
turn.
when I see fit. I'm sure I remember last time I got penalised for not.
Yeah,
Oh,
penalised.
No, this one. Yeah, no, because it's a reaction. This
With your
you
dom.
can choose to activate this whenever it would use. So yeah, no, definitely it would. Yeah, you can use that whenever an ally makes an attack.
End of turn.
Alrighty, Mr. Ditch.
How do I suit it up? I can't remember.
I don't think you were. Otherwise, I would have made you mega.
Oh,
Right.
then
The hauler is only probably about 20 feet
Mile away?
behind you.
Do I get my suit? Or nah? I won't get. I don't need a suit for this. Can I walk through this undergrowth? Or have I got to go around?
Oh, this stuff. Yeah, no, that's just like
This stuff,
grassy moss. Crud.
Okay. So I can't remember what my movement was without the suit now. It was 30. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can go through an ally?
You can, but you can't end a turn in their space.
5, 6. Can I attack him from there?
Yeah. That's all right.
Okay. So I need to use my sword with my non-mech bonus.
I love that the mech is now the default.
So
My dumb human arms. Oh fuck yeah!
Stupid human arms, and I get a bonus on that, which is what is it now? I've leveled up. A D6.
All right, roll it. Fuck. 18 in one fucking hit.
And I've got a second attack.
Yeah, please do. This guy is looking fucking hurt.
Can I add, please,
Yeah.
my redistribution to that first one?
The first attack.
Yeah.
So instead of was it 18? So that'd be an extra
Unused hit
3,
die.
so that'd be an extra 4 damage.
Well, I've got 6. I've got 6 hit die.
Oh shit! No, it's your hit dice. Sorry. Yeah, no, you're right.
Add any of my unused hit dice to the damage roll, so I can.
Go for it.
Got 6d8 to use, yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna add 2. I'm gonna add 2d8 to Tom's damage. No, I'm gonna add 3d8 to Tom's damage.
That is, and that's for. Is that? Can you do that for yourself, or is that anybody? Like else?
It's you or an ally, so anyone.
Oh my fuck!
Can I add 6 to Tom's damage, please?
Do you want to know how many hit points he had left?
Was it 7?
No, it's fucking 6.
Wrecked.
How do you sort of reason that works? Just out of curiosity, like how does that work for Cookie? Like, what is he doing when he's doing that?
Beat boop.
It's just going beep boop, go beep boop, and then he's just like hacking Ditch's arm.
I don't. What? How do I imagine?
I'm trying to think of what the in world sort of like narrative is with that. Like, what is?
I guess maybe like some sort of getting into like the mechanics of the sword or something, so that as Ditch pulls out, it's like an extra. It's like bang.
All right, yeah. So so as Mr. Ditch sort of winds up for his swing, for his final swing, you having previously serviced his sword and some of the inner sort of technologies in it, overheat that and just fucking gives him the extra edge to slice clean off that fucking monster's head. And
That monster's head.
Monsters.
Monster.
Monsters.
Welsh
monster.
mountain nonce.
Hey, let's not really talk about Dan having a monstrous head.
Wow.
Monstrous.
Wow.
Monstrous.
You have a monstrous head, Dan.
You know what Dan's also got, which we've established today? Dan has clown feet.
Oh dear. Have we just made this recording unplayable?
No,
Apparently so.
it's fine.
Can we talk about
No, it's just we're outing Dan as a mythical creature right now, so you know.
what a clown nonce? What about
I'm
two?
not a fucking clown. How fucking dare you?
It's okay, Dan. It's Pride Month.
Now you've done it. Now you fucking done it. Now Richard's gonna actually have to come back and fucking say that.
We're only
Hey,
25 minutes in.
All right.
We are ignoring the fact that Ed has just re-rolled an initiative roll, and we're
I was
not
sorry,
out.
no, I was looking around. I was looking at something.
Oh, good.
Oh shit! He could have
Was it where
completely
you
snuck
left the
that
other
past
one?
us.
Cool. So yeah, you killed. You killed them. You killed them real good. Are you doing anything else, Mr. Ditch?
No, that's it.
Very good.
What's this?
What's what? I don't know. Someone drew on it.
It's a cyber statue. isn't it?
That was me. I made it cyber, and I'm glad it stuck around. And no, I will not delete it.
So John, you are still sort of reeling from the attack, and the claw is still embedded in your shoulder. But with a tug, you're able to yank it free. And you finally sort of like look around and take in the silence, well, the slight silence of the crackling car. Can you make a perception check for me?
I can. Is 23 good?
I think it's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
You guys hadn't noticed it from before, and especially in the chaos of the fight. But now that you have a moment of silence, you notice that there are noises, faint noises, because whatever's moving appears to be incredibly, stealthy. But you definitely hear movement, one coming from this vehicle, and something in the mountains above and around you. The exact direction you're not sure.
I'm genuinely feeling a little tense just from that description. Don't know about anyone else.
Yeah. I'm trying to work out if I think I'm in the best position I can be. In the middle.
Might be Zulus.
Probably Zulus.
Probably Zulus.
Probably thousands of them.
Probably Cyber Zulus.
Thousands of them.
Cyber lose.
I'm trying to think, is there anything I can do?
Live Zulus.
Are we still in combat?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
Can I hold an action to shoot at whatever I see first?
John holds an action to put a gun in his mouth and take his own life. This is too scared.
May I miss?
We established there's something shifting in this vehicle, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
So I'll point it
definitely
out and I'll hold my action to shoot anything that comes out of the van.
Is it my turn?
A small child
It's
exits
not your turn yet.
It is John's turn. Are you doing anything else?
Holding an action to shoot whatever comes out of the van. I don't care what it is.
So this one is a van that is facing the front is facing the wall. So the back here, you just got the doors facing towards where Mr. Ditch is.
Yeah.
I should have got that.
I'm not brave enough to open it, but I'm brave enough to point a gun at it.
All right,
Every
Tyra.
Can Tyron jump onto the roof of this? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, is there any way that Tyron can see what's inside?
Tyra can get round the side and try and peer in. Definitely.
Is there a sunroof?
Not a sunroof on this, unfortunately. It's a very sort of utilitarian kind of like transport van. But there is a cab in the front, and you can probably look around to the back. If so, can Tyra make a perception check for me with disadvantage because it is pitch black in there.
He's already -2.
Yeah.
Oh, roll again. Do I roll again? Oh, yeah, disadvantage.
Yes, so 11. So from what the information you get from Tyron, there's definitely something moving in there, but he can't make out what or how many or anything.
Can I just wait on the top and hold an action to...
Lunge. All right. Yep. Lovely. River.
Right, okay. As with the tradition, I'm going to move over here and activate my stealth field, which is a bonus action, I believe, isn't it? I should really know that. It is. It's a bonus action, so as a bonus action, I will turn on my skin, and I will. Can I take my main action to like try and hide myself amongst all the foliage?
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah,
else is holding actions. I have a sword, unless they happen to run over me.
So you're gone invisible, and then you're trying to stealth.
Yeah, trying to hide
Yeah.
amongst the shrubbery, I suppose.
Roll with advantage.
Oh, well, it's 27. Let's see if I can beat that. That's 27.
27. Yeah, very respectable.
Yeah, exactly. I guess I will end my turn here. I suppose. Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Stabby.
Sweet, Jameson.
Right. Can I take out a... No. I'll go... Can I... That's... I'll stay there. And just... That... The truck's about, what, 10 feet away?
Yeah.
Can I just roll a frag grenade across the ground so it rests underneath the bottom of the truck?
Yep. Yeah, you can do that.
And blow it up with a Mark II frag.
Sure.
I need to look up what damage a Mark II frag does, but I'm sure.
This might be the thing that kills me.
What if our friends that we're meeting are in this van?
Then they're about to get fragged.
Just every single time Redacted sees anything, he's like, "That will probably be the thing that kills me."
Looks at the weather, just it's going to be windy tomorrow. That's how I die.
Has a
Runs him in the park.
Said,
particularly dry sandwich. Oh,
A woman pushing a baby in her pram.
Mark II frag, 3d8 piercing.
I will say, Jameson is probably aware, because he's used enough frag grenades, that the radius on those is 20 feet, just so he is aware.
Oh.
Just so he remembers.
Alright. In that case, is there any like handy... Is there a window in the truck?
There is.
Ah, perfect.
Right on the front
window.
of it.
Where is it? Around the front, over here.
Yeah, around.
If you hit the front of the truck, I'm going to be fine.
Go 10...
20 feet. But if I put it inside, I can ignore the fact that...
Yeah, because it's a frag grenade, so the fragmentation stuff shouldn't come out of the truck, right?
Oh, it's so going to
It's
headshot
very
Redacted.
powerful, and so trucks are traditionally not made grenade-proof.
Oh, we'll just see what happens.
We will.
You're...
So I'm 5 feet away from your window. Is it fair to say that I can get a grenade through a hole?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right, I'll just toss it through and take a step back then.
Lost me.
Alrighty, can. Let me
We
just double
roll
check.
3d8.
Yes, please.
You're going to kill almost the whole party.
I'm not, because this is inside a van.
That's not how this thing works.
I mean, if that was the case, I mean, they would just use vans in war zones.
Yeah.
No, like it's a frag grenade. Like the fragments aren't designed to go through like metal.
They're not. I will, and so it won't be as powerful. But I'm still going to need Tyrine, Mr. Ditch, River, and Jameson to roll reflex saving throws.
Oh, Sam.
I have a thing for this. For me,
My role is directly proportionate to my respect for you. I want you to know that.
I have advantage on this. So, fuck the rest of y'all.
Oops, not looking good. Oh, hang on, I might have advantage on it because I am a rogue.
Hey!
Well, you probably have evasion,
Ah,
I'm sure.
I can use my reaction to half the damage taken.
Alright, damn.
Oh wait, no, never mind. It's when an attacker I can see hits me with an attack. I can see Jameson, so
I don't know if it counts. What was the wording of it?
Hang on, let me paste the exact wording.
Yeah, because
There you go.
it's not an attack as such.
Oh, it's not an attack, is it? All right then.
It's not an attack because it's not an attack roll.
Yeah.
It's not an attack. Yeah, hits you with an attack. No,
I can still
unfortunately, this
see the
doesn't.
prick.
Do you not have evasion because you're essentially a rogue?
I'm checking now, but I think I get that at higher levels. So carry on, and I'll shout if I do get it.
So what's the total here? 9 plus 15. So the DC is 15, but the damage from that inside the truck is going to be full damage. Outside of it, a failed save would still only get you half damage. So Cookie is okay because he's actually outside the range. River, unfortunately, fails, so still takes 7 points of piercing damage, I believe.
Succublut.
Or ballistic. Mr. Ditch saves, and so only takes 4 points of... 3 points of damage. Jameson fails, so still takes 7 points of piercing damage.
I have resistance. So I take 4.
You do. So you still take 3.
Nope.
Not bad.
That wasn't all that bad.
To be fair, if I'd taken 4 damage from that, I would have 0 hit points.
There we go. I love Sam's definition of I hurt the party, but it's not that bad.
I mean, I've done a lot more damage to the stuff inside the truck.
I mean, I just can't fathom a world where you see a truck with our beloved robot dog on it, and you're like, "Don't throw a grenade in that truck."
Oh yeah, Tyrone.
Cookie took 7.
Yeah, that was it. So yeah, Tyrone still takes 3 points of damage. Sorry.
Oh, God's sake!
Wait, so
The
Tyrone
dog
he
took
was
less
rolling it.
damage than me.
So can I just put this out right? So he went. I did a lot more damage to the stuff inside, but actually, what he did: 3 damage to Cookie, 7 to River, so that's 10.
Duh.
Another 6 to him and Mr. Dutch, so that's 16. So that's already more than what you did to if there was one thing inside that van.
It's probably the people they're trying to meet.
100%.
now
He
they're gonna
has
be
just
home.
killed our friends. Yeah.
Yeah, they might be having sexy time.
Yeah,
Not anymore.
Yeah.
And they're covered in shrapnel.
that's a big turn off.
Don't sell frag grenades are a libido killer.
Awesome. Jameson, are you doing anything else?
Does that count as an attack or not?
That is your action. It is not an attack action because no roll was made on your part.
We need to stop this asshole.
So I haven't taken the attack action.
No, but you have attacked.
An
You
action.
have used your action to use your grenade.
Alright, in that case, I will use a bonus action to... Who have I fucked over the most on that? Probably River, if I'm honest. Although, yeah, I'll give River a rallying cry.
What does that do?
It's
Oh,
a
Christ,
bardic inspiration for Cyberpunk.
Sweet. I'll take
Okay.
inspiration, and I'll stab you. I mean something else.
The Cybardic.
Technically, it's a rally die. A rally die.
Very good. Blint.
So Spin is going to reach out and put a
Torch
hand
there.
on Redacted, and I'm going to give him a little bit of a heal. You're going to get 16 health points back, hit points back.
Very nice.
Can I have any overage as bonus hit points?
Unfortunately not.
And then Spin is going to look at the biggest threat nearby, which is Jameson,
Shoot Jameson.
and he's going to aim his shot. No,
One grenade.
you hurt the people that I have to heal.
Well, you'd be bald without me.
Yeah. You're burning
The
his
only,
spell
the
slots.
only alternative. The only
You're
alternative.
burning all. You're burning the spell, the healing that I have. It's not good.
The only alternative was just toast the truck with my flamethrower.
Because that sounds like it wouldn't have hurt us.
It wouldn't have hurt
So,
you guys. It would have hurt the dog.
so the grenade wouldn't have hurt the dog. Oh wait,
No, it would have hurt the dog a lot more. Trust me.
the logic. So Spint is going to take a step forward, and I'm going to look inside the van.
Okay. Roll a perception check. Do you
Oh,
have?
I'll do it from there actually, if that's all right.
Yeah. Do you have any sort of low light vision or anything like that?
I do not.
So yeah, it'd be with disadvantage because it was pitch black in there.
Would the flames light up anything in there?
Not from this angle.
Does
because,
he have any light? Does Tyron have any lights on him that is putting any light in there?
I believe
Does
so.
Tyron have any lights on him?
That's fine. I'll accept. I accept disadvantage. It's fine. It's all cool. 14.
Yeah, you feel you make out a especially with the holes are sort of like peppered through the body. Some of the light does make it through, and you're able to make out only one humanoid shape, and you can see it sort of battering against the sides, just sort of like, and now it's sort of riled up, just sort of bouncing off the sides here and trying to find an exit.
Nice. What kind of noises is it making? Is it making human noises?
It is making. Doesn't sound human as far as you have encountered before. It made sounds very similar to the shrieking this creature made. It was like a kind of inhuman sort of cry.
Like a man swinging on the toilet.
I'm going to toss a firebomb in through the window.
Oh.
It's a Molotov. It's not going to. It doesn't explode.
Yeah, he's not throwing shrapnel right next to all of us. You twat.
He's just throwing a firebomb under the dog.
Yes, robot.
In the back of the car, wherever the thing is. That I'm
Brady's
seeing.
throwing a firebomb, Dan.
Let me have a little look. Well, actually, I don't even know what that is. Let me double check.
If it's anything more than 5 feet, you're hitting your dog.
Let's find out.
Tyrone was at the windscreen looking through, so he would be in still sight of like direct line.
There probably isn't a windscreen anymore either, because
Assuming in fact, as an action, you can throw it up to 20 feet, make a ranged attack against a creature or object, treating the firebombs fire as an improvised weapon on a hit. Target takes 1d4. It's no. Takes 1d4 fire damage at the start of each of its turn if it gets hit. So it doesn't actually do any kind of radius damage.
Oh, sick. Very good.
There we go. So make a range attack. Would I an improvised weapon? So I wouldn't have my
Yeah, so it would be disadvantage because it's in the back there and it's pitch black still. But yeah.
That's fine. Well, I wouldn't have. Would I have proficiency bonus or not?
Are you? As an improvised weapon on a hit. There isn't like an improvised weapon proficiency. Are you proficient with grenades?
No.
I would say then probably not.
That's fine. I'm just going to roll my long range strike for the attack and just remove the proficiency for it because that should be correct.
Yeah.
So disadvantage.
10. No, unfortunately, you throw it in there and it smashes in the inside. But what that does give you a glimpse of is well, it is a human. Was human at some point. A creature very similar to the other one here, being silhouetted by the fire now engulfing the inside of the van.
That answers my next question.
Yeah.
So
with, long
it's now
hair that
easily
is now
seen.
burning down the side.
Cool, that's fine. But you can see in there, right?
Yes. Now it is light inside of there.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna just nod to myself and end my turn there.
Lovely. Perfect. It is now the creature's turn. Upon being sort of the inside of the van be engulfed in flames, it starts to see some of the holes and particularly the door at the back here. It's seeing the seam of the door, and it makes a charge against that, and it's gonna do all that. So what you guys will see is this creature bursting out, and it is going to make an attack against you, Mr. Ditch. That's going to be his bone claws. Does an 11 hit.
Tom's not currently here right now.
Well,
Pretty sure
no, it does not.
I am here. I'm just muted.
So that creature sort of stumbles out and blunders into you, but does not manage to like scratch at you.
11 misses.
Yeah. So the rest of you guys, Flint, you feel more than you hear air whooshing down around you until a weight just crashes into the back of you as another creature jumps from the cliff above you, landing there, and is going to try and strike at you. Does a 16 hit?
That is exactly what I needed. Yes.
Alrighty, it does 19 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled.
Ouch.
Yes. Cookie, as you see Splint sort of accosted by a creature there, you also, now that your sort of hackles are up, you hear a sickening shriek from the bluffs above you as another creature just leaps headlong off there onto you and is going to similarly try and strike and attack you. Cookie, does a 15 hit?
I don't think so. No, it does not.
Oh, no. So it misses. It just crashes into the ground next to you, and it's going to take... So let me just roll real quick.
Can is it also prone? Is he going to be stuck prone?
It is. Yeah, it will be. It takes 13 points of bludgeoning damage as it lands.
Yes.
Into the melee into the chaos that this is now created. John, looking all around you, you see these creatures
Your
descending
faces.
from the night. As you're looking around, you hear another sound coming from the inside of this cave here.
Please don't be something worse.
As the person closest, you are the first person to hear this. The other creatures were making a shriek. You hear a roar emerge from out of the cave here as another creature, not larger, but certainly more advanced. These other creatures had a lot of their humanity remaining. This one is even more gone, with its with eyes just glowing with cybernetic inhumanity, and it lunges at you.
Oh,
would
this
like
is what kills
to
Redacted.
distract it.
You can.
To give it disadvantage.
And it is going to use its... Oh no, it's not its blood frenzy.
It's going to use its "you're dead now" attack.
It's going to use its multi-attack on you. This one has multi-attack.
I had a held action to shoot at
Oh,
it.
yes. Oh, shit. Yes, you
Pew
did.
pew.
I'm so sorry. So that was against the one in the jumping out of the van, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get a shot off before.
Yep, no, go for
The
it. Sorry, that was
inevitable.
my fault for not
This
mentioning
is
that.
your moment.
Tyrone
Tyrone also was. 18 definitely would have hit.
Tyrone also had a held bite on the guy that jumped out the van.
Yes, so
Why is my
Tyrone, please go
damage
ahead.
so bad.
That damage was very unfortunate. Unfortunately, oh no, you do get advantage because of pack tactics.
Yeah.
So Tyrone does another 9. Very good.
There we go. I contributed. Murder me.
So yes, this cat is going to do a bone attack.
It did have
Oh.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
It does a 15 hit.
Yes.
Yeah. So please take
Dead.
19 points of piercing damage. So this thing just rushes, just in a crazed frenzy, directly at you, grabs you by both arms with its cybernetically enhanced strength, and grabs you in its clutches. It then bites down with its second attack. And because you are grappled by it, it has advantage. So that's going to be its blood drain attack.
Indeed.
Oh!
That misses.
Ah!
Yes.
And
If
even
you'd
if
have
I
said
hit,
that
I'd have
still
survived
hits.
that. It would have been bad, but I'd have survived.
Yes.
I'm wondering what John did, but I'm imagining John just basically fainted back, just lolled backwards, and that
No,
was
it's
just
the smell of him
rage.
shitting himself.
Like,
He has
One
a
of
weak,
the
he's a weak
ghosts.
constitution.
It's like a Jackie Chan movie where he's just like trying to pick up his soup or something like that, and thus dodges the attack.
So we roll around to Mr. Ditch.
okay. Should I leave this guy and go over to this guy?
Yes.
I mean, do what you want, but I'm gonna die, probably, or at least get a critical injury. I look forward to it.
I'm going to get an attacking opportunity when I go 1.
Yes.
That's fine.
1.
All right, it's going to try and slash at you.
Mr. Dick has yet again made a mistake as to his decision as to whether or whether to not put on the mech suit.
What? You're always like, no, don't put on your mech suit. And then when I don't put on my mech suit, you're like, oh, you should put on your mech suit.
Yeah, it's just like, there's some street thugs. I'll put on my mech suit. Oh, cyber vampires. I'll fight them without it. It's fine.
When you were debating it, I was laughing internally. Does a 17 hit?
I have 17.
So that will be 15 points of piercing damage.
Oh,
Hell.
motherfucker.
But yes, no, you're over there.
Okay. That's marvellous. So I'm going to hit him with my sword. So, not the mech one. Yeah.
26, very good.
Can I deploy the last of my last 3 hit die?
Yeah, yeah.
And I have a D6 as well.
6, so 20
Oh, fuck.
plus 15, 35. Fuck. So you slash through this thing, cutting through bone and sinew, but this thing is heavily cybernetic before it succumbed to whatever disease or madness has led it to this point. It was damaged, certainly, but it is not phased.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hit him with another attack.
Be phased, damn you.
Does he look fairly well?
Oh, that's not good.
No, you get advantage because of 5 ally within 5 feet, no? Tyron.
No, it's only Tyran.
Oh, I'm pissed.
13 unfortunately misses. Its reaction, though, it's going to use its Blood Frenzy. Basically, that means Blood Frenzy, when the Cyber Vampire takes damage, it may use its reaction to move up to half of its movement towards the creature that dealt it damage. It will also attempt to grapple that creature with a +3 on the check. So it's going to essentially make a contested athletics check against you, but it has an extra.
Does that mean it drops? Oh.
Yes, no, it probably will in this case.
Oh, I was hoping for a group hug. But I'll take
Oh.
that.
Is that only if it succeeds, or does it drop me anyway?
It's going to drop you. Well, it's in the same place, so it's going to drop you to make the attempt anyway. So yeah, it will drop its grapple on you. 13, Mr. Ditch, please make an athletics check. Oh no, it'll be a 16 with an extra.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, you still win. You still managed to get out of there. So yeah, Mr. Ditch, you nimbly avoid that.
And can I use my what's it called? Action? No.
Action surge?
No action. Second wind, where I can regain 1d10 plus my enforced level.
Of course, yeah.
So 1d10. Oh. But I get my enforced level is 6, so I get 8 HP.
Very good. Very nice. Cookie.
Alright, can I move away from this guy without him getting an attack opportunity because he's prone?
No, he will still get an attack, but I believe his attack will be at disadvantage because he is prone.
Right, I'm going to move over here.
All right, he's going to try and take a swipe at you with bony claws. 14?
Nope.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you nimbly managed to dance out of the way.
Right, but can I now deploy a couple of ping echoes on that guy?
The guy who attacked you.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
I get 5 in total. Will you tell me if, as I progress through these, if one kills him?
Yeah.
4. So I get a D4 plus 1. So that's 4.
4. No, he's still alive.
8.
No, still alive.
2. It's a 10.
Nope, still alive.
13.
14.
Still alive.
14. Oh.
He's still very much alive, I'm afraid.
Right, okay. Now, bonus action, please. Can I deploy Overcrowded on the big guy?
Overcrowded, yes. Go ahead. Which one's that one again?
Well, the creature must succeed a mind saving throw, or they become blinded for 3 rounds.
Ah, cool. Yes, of course. It's the big guy, wasn't it? Sorry, mind saving throw, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Not his strong suit.
He is now blinded for 3 rounds.
You feel it go off, and you feel it, and you know it was successful, and you actually looking at him, you see sort of flickering in the lights of his eyes, but you see there is no change in his demeanor, and you make a sense motive check, I suppose would be the most applicable here. You get the feeling that this thing doesn't rely on sight, and that actually being blinded is not hampering this thing very much.
He now has advantage on every attack.
No, this thing has blind sense, unfortunately. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Alrighty, John.
So, I can't move because it will definitely kill me.
Just stay perfectly still and do nothing.
So,
John.
I'm gonna.
I love how much Ed is enjoying this. This is the thing he's created. He's just loving it. It's so good.
I'm gonna
If you
stab it
move-
with my hidden blade.
Yeah.
Can you move round to the other side of it so we get flanking?
I'm going to move around to the other side of him. I totally thought of that before it was mentioned.
You hand rolled it, so that's still perfectly fine.
And now I'm gonna stab him with my hidden blade.
Oh, I can't remember what was his. Oh, 15 is exactly what you needed.
Yes, I hit something.
Number 5, exactly what we needed as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more than 5, I'm afraid.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
And then, as my bonus action,
Mhm.
I'm gonna use my nose for trouble to suggest to the party that maybe we stab the fleshy bits.
Got it.
Sound.
So then, the next time anyone takes an attack against the big cunt, they get advantage.
Oh, sick!
Very good.
Only your weighted got 5 out of the turn, or you're not getting that advantage.
Sick!
Andy just likes that I have a thing that will give him advantage at some point.
It's just a thing that gives advantage because
So,
Stone Cold said so. Woo!
So, John, if you can remember that for the next time someone attacks the big boy.
Tom, give me a Ric Flair woo.
What?
Give me a Ric Flair woo.
Blew out his microphone.
Tyrion.
Can I bite the guy?
If
Am I-
Tyron moved there, would he gain advantage?
Am I above this guy?
You are on top of the truck, yes. Roll. Can you paste the pack tactics in? Because I think it's when an ally is adjacent to the creature. When you get.
It is when it just says if one of the mech's allies is within 5 feet of the creature.
Yeah. So, yeah, it would not count for
Right.
splint.
But because am I higher than the guy?
You are higher than the guy.
Do I not get advantage because of that?
Not get advantage for the high ground, unfortunately.
Tell that to Anakin.
I don't need it.
But you did not need it. 11 points of damage.
Tyrion is
Tyrion takes a healthy chunk out of that guy's sword.
he's a healthy little boy.
Right, little nibbler.
He is, little nibblers. Right, can the guy also now succeed on a DC 12 reflex saving throw or be grappled by the mech?
Ah, yes. Reflex saving throw.
Yeah.
Fuck, no, he's not. He is grappled. You have turned the tables on him.
This
How
has been
the
a very
turn
successful round
tables.
for us.
In reverse.
At the beginning of this round, it looked like John was about to cop it, and now John's okay. He's not grappled anymore. One of the fucking other vampires is grappled. This is all coming up Millhouse.
Everything's coming up Millhouse for everybody here.
Alrighty,
To be clear, John
River.
still does have just 9 hit points left.
All right. This guy. Can I attack him from outside the van?
Yeah. Yeah, no,
okay.
he's just burst outside of the van.
Ah, gotcha.
So, yeah, he
Gotcha.
just
All right.
burst out, and that's when he attacked Mr. Ditch. So, yeah.
River's gonna run over here and attack with thingy-mabob on the other side. So stabby. Where are you? There you are.
Oh,
Oh, bollocks.
fortunately, a 14 misses.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm
Didn't
going.
you forget the rallying cry?
I did, but isn't that just advantage? Hang on.
No,
No, it's a D8.
no, that's an extra. Oh, yes.
Yes. All right, that's a D8, is it?
Yep.
17.
And it succeeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, hits him.
Stab, and then there's
Oh,
a
that's
snack
snack
attack
attack.
as well.
21.
And that one is still a 9.
Yeah, but it's a nat one on one of the 3 dice.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Yeah, That was a healthy hit. This guy, so Tyrine is clinging onto, is just like flung onto him like an angry Ewok, just like chomping into his neck, grappling him. And River, you just like snuck up behind him and shoved that katana through his chest. Done a massive amount of damage.
All right.
Yes, he's looking hurt.
I will use my bonus action to disengage and do a sweet roll back here.
Okay.
And I've realised I'm stood next to Mr. Ditch, but it's too late, so I'll end my turn there.
Oh, let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
I was just thinking that.
Awesome. Jameson.
Alright, I'm gonna march stoic fashion southward and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then turn and face this fiber bob.
Yeah.
And spool up my heavy minigun. And I'm going to use a bonus action to activate my heavy gunner ability.
Can I have a spooling up noise, please? That's not bad.
Oh shit!
So he gets no damage reduction from his armor.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Because he looked kind of techie, so I was like, he's probably wearing armor, right?
It's sort of more like he is heavily augmented cybernetically, but he is certainly tougher than the other ones.
Yeah, if he's got any kind of DR for ballistic damage, it doesn't apply.
Possibly.
And I'm furying, so I will also get my superheated weaponry.
And you get advantage because of John.
Because of John.
Hello, I did the nose for trouble
Am I
thing.
next person to attack him?
Shoot the fleshy bits.
You're the first person to attack him since the
I
nose for
did
trouble.
not realise that. That's dope.
That's good timing. This is very fortuitous.
That is very fortuitous, I can agree.
Fortuitous.
I'll take the
Yes.
plus 2 fury damage, an extra 2 d6 for my superheated weaponry,
25.
and then I will ignore his armor damage reduction, and I'll do it all again.
This time you do not have advantage, but it doesn't matter because you still fucking hit. 21.
Another plus 2 fury damage, so 23.
And 3. Dang.
He
Fuck.
is positively hosed
Hell.
with minigun bullets.
And he
That
looks
was it.
fine.
Incredible hit. You have blown out an entire chunk of one side of his abdomen. You can see just like the internal sort of cybernetics and the metal column that makes up his spine sort of exposed. He just looks up at you and makes eye contact with you, and you can see you may have made an enemy there.
Alright, I'm gonna... How cocky am I feeling?
Barry, take the hit.
Well, I've got 10 feet more movement. I can either move towards him or I can move away from him.
I mean, I feel like Redacted might prefer that you move towards him.
Yeah, that's fair.
I prefer if he ran at me and pushed me out of the way.
I haven't got enough movement. I will. I'm gonna smile mockingly.
What, redacted?
No, at the fucking cyber zombie vampire.
That does make a lot more sense, to be
What,
fair.
like Jeremy Clarkson's Smug Smile?
Yeah, I'm gonna smug Jeremy Clarkson's smug smile at him, having just emptied like an entire fucking canister of minigun rounds into him.
That's enough to piss anyone off. Jeremy Clarkson's Smug Smile.
Yeah. I have to wade through the casings as I march forwards towards him.
And is that your turn?
I shall invite him to come on forth if he thinks he is tough enough.
Sally forth, bro!
Sally forth, motherfucker.
Splint.
Splint is going to take a risk and try and long range strike this guy.
Oh,
Alrighty, go for it.
old strategy, go on. Let's see if it pays off.
You don't get advantage for any reason, as far as I'm aware.
Correct.
Correct.
Not hit, I'm afraid.
That's fine. I will move forward and take the attack of opportunity as I move forward. 1, 2.
Alright, he's gonna. Did he hit you before?
He did when he jumped down.
So you are grappled.
Oh, was I grappled?
Yes. So when he hits you, you are grappled. Unfortunately, you would not be able to escape. You can make an athletics. Oh, actually, no, you wouldn't be able to now because you've tried to attack.
Fuck.
But yeah, no, you
I
are
didn't
grappled.
realise I was grappled. My bad. Well, fuck. I've got nothing else to do then. I'm just going to basic healing myself then.
Okay.
Sorry, quick heal myself.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. It is the cyber vampire's turns. The one, yes, grappled with you, Splint, is going to, now that he is grappled you, he is going to try and do his blood drain attack.
The fool. I have no blood.
That's +3. Oh shit! I didn't even make a thing for that.
Wait, is that a synth?
No, that was just joking.
Oh. But Richard is a synth, right?
We haven't got confirmation of that.
It's redacted.
Alright, yes. Cool. It has advantage because you are grappled. 13.
Does not hit.
Why can't I
Ooh.
drain any of your blood? Moving on. Absolutely fine. This chap here, who is grappled with tire iron, he is infuriated by the little thing that's clung to his chest, and he is going to try and attack at it with his claws. Does a 12 hit tire iron?
No.
He misses then, and that'll be his turn. This guy here is coming around the corner here. He has sort of two main choices to who to go for. John, I'll leave this up to you. Can you roll? Well, do you want evens or odds?
I'll go odds.
All right. Odds. It is. He goes for redacted. Evens. He goes for Jameson.
Oh man, Richard's. Oh no.
I would like to use my final distraction.
Alrighty. So he sprints around
Flush
this
your
corner,
tits.
Hey, new
seeing
friend.
what is in front of him. He is going to run over here. He actually, because of where he is, he does get advantage from flanking with the other guy. But the distraction will cancel that out, so it's just a straight roll.
I'm fucking mad.
Does a 26 hit you, Richard? Just wondering, you know.
He's still alive though. He had 9 health HP. So he's got 2.
Thank fuck for that. Oh my god, it's double nat ones on the damage roll. That's literally the least damage they could do.
Alive.
So you are now grappled by this chap here.
Cool.
Moving on to the starved vampire's turn. He is going to rush forward straight at Jameson. So yeah, redacted.
I'm
Feel
grappled.
free
Do
to
I
go
get an
on.
attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can still attack whilst you're grappled.
And he's got
Your
advantage
speed
for
position
flanking.
zero.
Fucking Q
Cool.
redacted. The death
But
blow.
I'm too close for guns, aren't I? So it's going to be a stab.
Yeah, be your hidden blade or whatever.
Your hidden blade.
Ah, yes. Fucking
Yes,
I just spat beer on my desk.
I've grazed the fucker.
Guess how many hit points he has left?
It's a moderately bad boo boo.
40.
The fucking straw.
Yeah, you just need to shoot him 163 more times, and you'll get him.
Alrighty,
It's fine, I could survive that
Jameson. This chap is going to, with one great meaty claw, is going to try and attack you. Does an 11 hit? No. Alrighty. Does a? He's going to go with a second hit. Oh my fuck! 10 misses. I'm imagining.
You have no power here, Gandalf Stormcrow.
So you try and just like he's just swinging these massive bear paws at you, but even you are able to sort of like sway out the way, or at least like get in close and sort of like blunt the worst of the hit.
Shrugging that shit off.
Not John though. John just stands there and takes it.
Miss,
I went full fade in then, but you know.
Mr. Ditch.
Mr. Dish.
Dish.
Mr. Dish.
Dish. Mr. Dish.
Kill the thing.
Shall I go for John?
If you step south-west, you can have advantage before you hit it.
I'll be fine.
I mean, sure.
Oh yeah, you could say John. That's probably a better shout, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm going to have it.
And you can do that without actually...
Yeah. And I'll attack this boy.
For it.
Oh.
17 hits.
And a d6.
Yep. Oh, very good. 15 points of damage.
And my second attack.
Ooh.
Damn, another 15 points of damage. Fuck.
Another 4.
19, actually.
I'll
He
run
is
it.
looking rough.
Now he's going to ruin it by fucking making up a haiku or some shit, but you know.
Alrighty, is that your turn?
Yes. That's everything I can do.
Cool. Cookie.
Right.
Save the investigator.
Ping echo on this
Go
boy.
for it.
So D4s plus what was it? D4 plus 1.
Yep.
So that's 5.
5. He is alive.
8.
Minus another. Sorry. Oh. 3. He is still alive. Getting worse and worse by the second.
It's another 3.
He is just barely clinging to life.
Minus another 4.
With that final one, he is like going to bite John, and every time you feel a ping hit, his head just bounces back a little bit in like sort of flinching. Just as he's about to finally bite into John, that last one seems to do the trick, and his brain just seems to fry, and he just crumples to the ground, just releasing John as he does.
Right, and now the one that's with Splint, he's going to get the last D4 plus 1.
Yeah.
So 4 damage on that guy.
All right, minus 4 points of damage. Yes, very good.
And then
That's a good noise.
Oh dear. I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Andy is so drunk right now.
He's making noises at this point.
Andy's got so drunk that he might struggle to get drunk tomorrow because he'll be too hungover to get
Not
drunk.
all right.
Oh, Andy's a pro. How dare you?
How long have you been drinking?
Andy's so hungover he can't drink
Well, we
once,
had,
and
like-
it was horrifying.
I've only had 4 cans of beer.
Well, then stop complaining.
I'm all right.
Little bitch.
Yeah,
Bish.
little bitch.
She bish.
Yeah, bitch.
You bish. Can I? No, I'm done.
Not
John.
even with the round, just with D&D.
I'm gonna step up here because I'm a brave boy,
You fool.
and I'm gonna shoot the vampire in the back with a shotgun.
Like it. Like a hero.
Yeah.
Like all the brave men out there.
Oh. Does a
Bra-
6
brave
hit?
men miss, right?
A 6 misses, unfortunately.
It's a warning shot.
Cool.
The-
I'm as my bonus action
Damage.
going to remind the party to stab and shoot the fleshy bits.
Hear ye, hear ye.
The deadly ballistic damage there.
Deadly
Uh,
bombastic
That's the
damage.
thing. It was a good damage roll. It was just a shite attack.
No. I was referring to the spelling of the word ballistic.
What is
Yeah.
ballistic?
Bombastic
Oh, it's
damage.
like elastic. You
Bombastic.
fire it from a I've got a rubber band gun.
Does it come from a blaster?
Bombastic. That's
Alrighty.
plastic damage is the damage that Randy in Trailer Park Boys. Randy Babandi.
Randers.
It's try our own turn.
Alright.
Oh,
Is it bombastic damage?
bombastic damage. Mr. Fantastic.
Shush.
Don't you shush me.
To be fair, I've spelt that wrong on every one of my attacks that does ballistic damage.
What's just happened? 10.
Oh, dang. 10 points of damage. Oh, this guy's looking so hurt.
That's amazing, Sam.
He's still grappled, though. Lovely. Moving on, River.
Alright then, so this dude is still alive, isn't he?
Yeah.
Let's make that not the case then, and I'm opposite from the weeb, so hooray. Stabby, stabby! There it is. 22.
Ooh, yes, that's going to hit.
Oh, ignore the attack rolls, it's just the damage roll. But still,
Oh, damn. There's 21 points of damage.
stabby, and I will use my bonus action to.
Hang on a sec.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because it's going to use its Blood Frenzy ability to try and well, it would move towards you, but you're already there, so it's just going to try and
No,
grab.
thank you.
Yeah. So you have to make a contested athletics
For a
roll.
cyberpunk
Oh, how's he rolling so bullshit?
Ah, shit. I got you
Alrighty.
covered, Ed.
So it grabs onto you, River, and it thinks it claws into your arm, not letting you go.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, are you doing anything else with your turn?
Well, I was going to bonus action try and hide or disengage, but that feels remarkably silly to try that now, so I'll just end my turn.
Alrighty, Jameson.
I'm gonna look sternly at the cyber vampire before me. Am I getting flanking advantage on melee attacks?
Yes, because of where Mr. Ditch is.
I shall do that, and then I shall look sternly at him and instruct him in no uncertain terms to put her down. And then-
It just looks at you blankly and just roars back.
Have it your way. I shall break that dish.
Oh!
That's
Damn.
20 damage.
Minus 20. You swing and just smash into this thing's kneecap, and it goes down to one knee, it looks so close to death.
Accept the proposal.
Is it now prone?
No, this is more of a flavor thing,
Alright.
considering it has not very many hit points.
Alright, I will take a wide stance and take a broad swing. Go for another decapitation. Not today, Zerg.
No, unfortunately, as it sort of lumps down to one knee on your backswing as you try and decapitate it, it just misses and misses out on that. Were you doing anything else, sorry?
No, I don't think so.
Alrighty, Splint.
Oh,
You're-
wait, I can do one more thing. I will use my bonus action to give I'll give a rallying cry to Mr. Ditch.
Ready?
Actually, Splint's probably going to need more. Splint can have it.
Alright, so
I didn't mind it was Splint can have a D8.
Alright, Splint, is your turn. You're still grappled by this creature.
So I can use that on anything, like saves and things like that, like checks. But I just can't use it on a damage roll. Is that right? So if I try to break out,
Think so.
let me just go back up and find it in there. Where was it? Sam's not paying attention anymore, so let me find it in the chat.
Say again.
There we go. Yeah. B check, attack roll, saving throw. Cool. I'm gonna try and break free of this guy.
Alrighty. Please make an athletics check.
You have to declare it before it tells you if it succeeds or not.
Yeah, that's fine. I can't see what I rolled yet. Don't tell me. Scroll down. 15. I'm gonna take the 15.
Yep. You struggle with the thing, and manage. Although it leaves deep gouges in your arms, you manage to break free of the creature and break its grapple.
Nice. I'm then gonna walk over to John.
Hold on. Still gets its attack of opportunity.
Of course it does. That's fine.
So let's just go.
I've got the hit points. I can take it. 13. Get out of here, mate.
And this is. You are not re-grappled immediately.
And I'm going to again heal the squishy boy. 17.
Yeah, for a guy who's made of paper mache, why is he tanking?
I know. The escape, that was my action, correct?
Yes, that was your action.
That is okay with me. That'll be my turn then.
Oh, was that heal for me?
That heal was for you, yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Thank you.
So enjoy your 17 extra health points.
That's more than half of my hit points back.
Lovely. This one's still engaged with Tyrine, is just going to try and, again, frantically claw at it. Does a 20 hit Tyrine?
Yes.
That'd be 16 points of piercing damage to Tyrine.
Ooh. What's 28 minus 16? 12.
12.
Wait, does Tyrone have the same amount or more hit points than me?
31.
More.
Pet dog. His pet cyber dog has more hit points than you.
It's not even a professional cyberdog. That's one he built himself. You have less health than trash.
The Salah, you've got less health than the dog.
This chap, this one over here that had been engaged with you, Splint, seeing as you're the closest squishy living being near it, it's still going to chase after you and try and finish what it started. Big 24 to hit.
24 does in fact hit.
17 points of piercing damage you take. And the big guy with his final, what is likely to be one of his final acts of fury, is going to try and bite and drain the life force from River. Misses on his first attempt, but he does have multi-attack, so he's gonna try. Oh no, he does. Oh, no, does a 13 hit because he has advantage?
Nah, dog.
Didn't think so. He's gonna try again, lunging again with his jaws. Fuck off!
I can probably tell you this one, or you probably already know, don't you? I'll let you guess.
No, it appears like just because he's too sluggish, he is just unable, and River is too wily and slippery.
It's because I'm invisible. He can't work out where my neck is.
I feel like Ed's been so fucking cocked with this villain. Like, he's meant to be the fucking big bad who wrecked us, and we've just like spat in his face every turn.
The dice have done that. We've had very little involvement in that.
Mr. Ditch, it is your turn.
Right. So I guess attack the big boy.
Alrighty, please do. You have advantage. 17. That is a hit. Mr. Ditch, how did you want to do that?
How did I want to do it? I
Yeah.
want to stab through his heart
Very good.
and pause there for a moment.
So drawing on your previous stories you've heard of creatures of this kind, you stab where you think its heart's going to be, and your sword pierces through, emerging almost sort of grazing Jameson, but the thing finally falls lifeless to the floor.
Yeah, Jameson doesn't like it when people hurt him, but he's quite happy throwing grenades at his teammates.
Take the damage as well, you fucking. Hey, Dan, stop
Yeah.
whining, little bitch.
So yes, the big boy is now dead. All you have left are these slightly less big boys.
They look more damaged now that their leader is dead. Any change in their behaviours or anything?
Not appear to have affected their morale,
Okay.
if such creatures have a morale.
I've still got another attack. Can I move to the guy next to Splint?
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where are you? Let me just move that guy out of the way. See? Yeah, go for it.
And stabby stabby.
Oh shit! Nice. Roll. So it was a crit. So roll the d8 again, and you roll the d6s twice.
Roll a D8 again.
Because on a
And
crit,
roll a D6 twice.
because on a crit, all the rolled damage you do is doubled.
Ah, sweet.
10, 16, 17, 21. Very nice. Very good. Anything else you're doing?
That's everything.
Cookie.
Right. Can I deliver some ping echo to this
Yep.
motherfucker?
Please do. Yeah, so it's 4. Yep. Still alive, I'm afraid. This guy, still relatively healthy looking, but he's getting less so by the moment. So what was that in total?
7, 9, 13, 15, 20.
Minus 20. Oh, that was a good chunk. This guy is starting to look very bloodied. Is there anything else you're doing?
No.
John.
Ooh, I don't know. I guess.
Go into the cave and say, yoo-hoo!
Anybody home?
Big summer blowout.
I'm gonna walk around this boy, and I'm gonna stab him in the back.
Yes.
Because that's what heroes do.
Good. 6 points of damage. Yeah, so as Mr. Ditch has distracted him to the front, you have snuck round as he's slashing at him and managed to get a good sort of stab into his back there. Are you doing anything else?
I am going to point out to my companions that stabbing them works and is effective. Probably bullets too. The little flying stabbing.
Can you just always do that?
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
There's no limit how many times
No.
you could do it. That's sick.
Very good skill.
Yeah, I've had it since first level.
I can see that.
Yeah.
You forgot about it until 6th level.
Looks like it's the backbone of the class.
As it turns out, all those times I complained about not having anything to do for a bonus action.
There will be a campaign where Richard reads his character sheet properly, but it is not this campaign.
Not this campaign. Tyrone. Tyrone is locked in a death struggle with this cyber vampire. The cyber vampire is on death's door. That will do it. Tyrone, having been just gnawing at that thing's neck, finally hits the spinal cord, hearing a very visceral crunch. That thing's neck pops to the side in a sickening angle and crumples down. Tyrone just sort of sat astride it.
Excellent.
Is Tyrone doing anything else?
No.
Good. River.
Right. Is it just this one still alive?
Yes, it is.
All right. River's gonna skirt around, avoiding the fire. Maneuver around, so I'm next to the squishy boy, and stab him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
Try and stab him. I'll use my bonus action to hide my shame and end my turn.
You can't do that well from that.
Jameson.
I wasn't trying to stab him. I was just running past.
Just wanted to give him a quick shave.
You had a little bit of dirt there. Sorry.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna end this. He said with more confidence than he has.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
Oh, actually, I've done a lot of. Can I stay here instead? Is that okay?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, and then I'm gonna fucking hose him down with my minigun. Fucking, this is a whole different world of pain, brother. +2 fury damage, plus 1d6 superheated weaponry damage, and I also ignore any armor. Oh, no, that's it. I have to bonus action to do that. I won't do that. But yeah, so all that damage. It's 22.
In your first hit, you reduce this poor soul into chunky salsa, and he is just 2 nubs of legs just standing up.
His hand's still like on me, like the scene out of the boys with the girlfriend.
Yeah. Yes, everything else in between has just been reduced to fine particulate matter. And that is the end of combat.
Jameson's going to pick
Eerie
up
silence falls.
a double handful of minigun casings and just throw them in the air like confetti.
Nice.
Please tell me he doesn't accidentally throw a live frag grenade again up in the air like confetti.
Whoops.
Yeah,
Oh, look.
we're out of combat and Redacted dies.
Oh, it's so close.
Literally, the only damage I took was from fucking Jameson.
See, it wasn't that big a deal.
It really was.
Only
If
damage I
you'd
took.
rolled any worse, like at one point, Redacted had 2 health. Like, that would have been critical injury.
I am so amazed.
He did, because he was like, I did more damage to the guy inside, but you hurt so many of us, you did more damage to the party than the one creature inside.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm
Pardon?
genuinely surprised that John's alive, if I'm honest.
I'm very surprised that John's alive.
Slightly disappointed. I mean, surprised. Yeah, there we go.
To be fair, I've already got an idea for my next character. I was so convinced that he was just going to, like... the first one in the car was just going to one-shot him, and I was like, well, I better have an idea for a new character. Who's going to have a -3 to con?
He fucking was.
Very good.
It's
we
Mr.
have
Burns.
This lesson.
So, what do you guys? So, an eerie silence has fallen as the final one of them has died. As the Jameson's minigun sort of winds down. You're left with just the crackling of the truck.
Can I search the bodies?
Yes, please roll an investigation check.
Can I help?
Yeah,
Give him
yeah, roll with it. Yeah, give him advantage.
Oof. What better?
Oh, yeah. Investigation 15. Yeah.
I find a cure for male pattern boldness.
Finally, I can stop wearing this fedora.
On the well, they're called. Well, I'll tell you what they're called. So on the cyber vampires, the ones you found in the truck, and then the ones that leapt down from the mountains on you. You search them, and their clothing appears to be a lot more casual. So there's a lot of just jackets and jeans and stuff. These appeared to be civilians of some description, like mountain people in sort of hardy sort of outdoor wear, but that's what they look like. The big one that emerged from the cave. Now that you finally get a good look at him, he appears bigger than as a normal human would. You don't know if he's just naturally massive. He's about, now that you look at him, about 6'8", sort of unaugmented. But with his augmentations, he looks hulking. He is not wearing any clothes, and actually, engraved into the chest plate, you just see a number. It says 1-114.
1-114.
So he definitely appears of like a different breed to the
There's
other.
113 more of these bastards.
Yeah, shit.
Any of them have any ID on them or anything like that?
Well, the cyber vampires. Actually, the one you found in the burning truck that leapt at John. You look around at him. You actually find an ID tag, like dog tags, on him, and his name is Brian McKellen.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's going to be the case.
No.
So I did throw a grenade at the people we were meant to meet.
You did.
Already been turned into a vampire.
Cyber vampire.
Well, we don't know that because by the time we saw him for the first time, the grenade had already gone off. Maybe
your
threw a
grenade.
vampire grenade.
Maybe
Yeah.
it was
You
a
throw
cyber
a vampire grenade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Turns
good.
out the big bad this whole time has been Jameson all along.
That's
we knew
not,
that.
not a
He's got a
huge
minigun.
revelation.
And a flamethrower axe. He's made to be a baddie.
The flamethrower axe is a big hit.
Yeah.
Either that, or he's from like a Norwegian metal band. Those are the two options.
Cool. So, what do you guys? What else are you guys doing in this time?
Who's the most injured?
Not me.
I,
So
I'm missing 20 health
I'm
points.
9
right now.
hit points down. But
that's like half your health, isn't it?
almost a third.
I'm 10
Okay.
hit points down.
I will. I've running out of fucking spell slots. Not spell slots. Healing slots. I will go over to. Fuck. I'll go over to the Weeb, and I shall give him 8 points of healing.
My God.
Nice.
And then I will go over to John again and give him some more healing. He'll get 12 healing.
Yay! Thank you. I have all my hit points back.
Cookie, how are you doing? You good?
Yeah, alright.
Jameson, you good?
Too bad, I've already taken a whole 3 damage.
I will then heal myself. 21. That puts me back up to full health.
I'll be honest, it's the redacted is doing something wrong because I have infinitely more hit points than him, but he always takes more damage than me in most combat.
It's because I'm dumb, and I stand it. Actually, no. I
I
try.
mean, you literally stood on the blood in the mouth of the tunnel, and it was like, it just reminded me of like a horror film where there's a guy, the unfortunate guy with his friends,
I'm an investigator. I was investigating. I didn't know the car was alive.
and his friends carry on walking, and this guy's like, guys, and then it's killed.
Guys, there's something in this car.
Dead.
It's trying to eat me.
Oh,
Shout-
Jameson's grenade.
Can I now root around inside the cars?
Dan, have a little root round in the car.
Yeah, roll a investigation check. I'm assuming with advantage because
I will assist.
to help you. Yeah.
Roll for nonce.
In fact, actually, can I assist John instead?
Yeah, that can work. I'll.
He's probably going to be quite good at it.
Apparently not.
Oh,
No, no.
I have a +9.
Not too bad. In the back of this truck over here, you managed to find a crate with some equipment in it. Let me just quickly roll something to myself just to see what you get.
you
It's
get
mostly just full of-
gonorrhea.
It's mostly just full of bits of grenade.
And a glove box full of strong pornography. You're good.
Lovely. So you managed to find two stun batons, a vibro knife, and oh shit! You also find a Kasai Corporation rifle, with and a brief inspection shows you that this is brand new, so it still has not been biolocked to anyone. That's a Kasai Corporation assault rifle.
Yeah, you
Nice.
said a lot of words, so I wrote fancy.
Yeah, so you managed to find that. The the slightly burning one, you can see that that's the one where the drag marks lead into the mouth of the cave. That's where in the previous session we established that it was something big, heavy, and sort of square shaped.
Yeah.
Appeared to be getting dragged in there.
Shall we take a long rest before we go into that cave? Because if we take any more damage, I can't kill anyone.
I might go and get the mecha suit.
I mean, yeah, we could get the mech. We could camp out here for the night. You know,
Yeah.
it's not a bad shout.
Yeah.
You got the fire of the truck to keep warm as well, you know.
I mean, we already have a campfire. He is not wrong.
Can we
God.
can we get the mech to shove the burning wreckage of the vehicle into the mouth of the cave so that no one can get out without making lots of racket?
Great shout.
And if there is anybody in there, we'll kill them with smoke. It's genius.
To be honest, the smoke's unlikely to go into the cave.
We'll get
Sure. Mr. Ditch, can you roll an athletics check with the mech?
Yes. Why have I shut? Where's my character sheet gone?
Sprint assist. Just like left a bit. Left a bit. Left a little bit more.
No, too far.
Shove it to the
Too
left.
far, start again.
Back.
Don't think you can, unfortunately.
Your other left.
Oh, Sam.
Like your third left.
Not too bad. I think on the scale of the mech, I think that would be doable. So yeah, Mr. Ditch in his mech, having the fires finally sort of dwindled out by now, is able to grab the wreckage of the truck and just plug that hole up and just shove it in there, preventing anything escaping from there that you can guess.
Sam, your dad thinks that memes are called cartoons.
That's sweet.
Honestly, I'm almost pleased that my dad doesn't know what memes are. He's literally now a pensioner. Like,
He
My
would pronounce it as
grandma knows what
mayonnaise.
memes are.
huh?
My grandma knows what memes are. She calls them memes, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm okay with him not knowing though. I'd rather a world in which he doesn't know. The day my dad shows me a meme and names it a meme is the day I just check out. Like,
Mimes.
You just throw yourself to the monkeys.
yeah, just throw my
Feed yourself to the monkeys.
Does that mean we should teach Sam to?
I'll let Dan stomp me to death with a giant camphor.
Yeah, 100%. We need to teach Sam's dad about memes now.
Yeah.
That's
So, on
really
an
all I took
unrelated
from the
note,
conversation.
We should get Sam's dad into Rage comics.
oh my
Oh
god,
God,
yes.
yes. Oh yes.
Oh god,
Then
yeah.
me,
Sharing really old, really bad
Retractor.
memes with Sam. That would be flawless.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Beautiful. Shall we move on? So you guys having a long rest there, are you?
Yeah.
Are you doing? Are you setting watch or anything like that?
Can Tyron watch?
He can. He can watch all night if you want.
John can help for half of it because he only needs 4 hours of sleep for a long rest because of this. Great.
Oh yeah, sure. So John, are you doing the first half or the last half?
I'll do the first half because we have just been in a fight.
Right.
And we've done the smart thing again where we just don't leave.
just bed down around all the bodies.
Well, yeah, they make for good pillows, I think.
Pile them up. Yeah. Awesome. Can you roll me a perception check with advantage? Because Tyron. It would be. Do you have low light vision or anything like that?
I do.
Then it would be with advantage because Tyron is helping you. Dang. Yeah.
Cool.
You. Shit with that roll. Yeah. So you keep a keen eye out on the ridge lines are all up and around you. But nothing appears to stir. Looking into the cave around the small gaps in the burnt out truck, every now and again you're not certain, but you're convinced that you see movement, or like the flash of eyes or something behind there. But as soon as you forward to take a closer look, it's gone. But yeah,
Am I pretty sure it can't get out, so I can let the party rest rather than rouse them and.
Yeah, with your perception check as well, you check out the gaps around the cave. You're pretty sure Mr. Ditch done a good job at like pressing it up there. Anything that would get through would have to force its way through, and it's a fair assumption that you would at least try to do that.
Yeah, and then while they're all sleeping as well, I'm going to put the 2 stun batons next to River, so that we can slowly turn her into Black Widow.
I'll keep them.
Amazing.
And so the night passes that incident, and you guys all have a long rest.
And that's everything recharges, correct?
Yes, everything should.
I've added 2 times stun baton.
Fair enough.
You just need to replace my hidden blade with like
I've
an
lost my
electrocution
cursor.
punch,
Yeah.
and we're good.
If I'm not mistaken, River's just becoming Black Widow, yeah?
Yes.
I mean, invisible and can fly as well, but you know, I'm assuming we don't have time with one long rest in the middle of the fucking sticks to do complicated surgery and install my wings.
Bitch, please.
If you wanted to take some time afterwards,
No,
in
I'm
the morning, to do that, you're
good.
more welcome.
I'm not having complicated surgery done in a field surrounded by burning cars.
And corpses. That's
I-
infected.
I-
nightmare.
I am quite fond of not having horrible diseases.
Yeah. So I'll just mention to the party as well about all of the movement I saw in the cave before I fell asleep.
Okay.
Just, yeah, there was some shit going on in the cave, but I had a nap, so it's good now.
Very good. Cool. So the morning comes, dawn breaks, and the light pierces over the mountain pass. You guys are rested and refreshed. What are you doing?
Suppose we've got to go in the cave, haven't we?
I mean, we
See
don't
what
have
was
to.
dragged in there. I mean, we haven't found anything that we need from the like this whole mission, so the chances are it got dragged into the cave.
Oh yeah.
For our buddy, our pal, he might be quite pissed if we don't get it. Is there any way we can get something to? I don't know if we would just have torches, or if there's anything we can do to create like light for in there.
Does the mech have
Yes, I meant to
headlights?
ask. I believe who has light?
I can
Torches.
see in the dark.
Pardon?
I can see in the dark.
I can also see in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does the mech
For
have
those of us who
headlights?
can't see in the dark, though, that's
Does the mech not have headlights?
my questioning.
I hope it does.
Surely the mech has lights or something.
Grab a techno zombie's limb, wrap a rag around it, and set it alight.
Not a stick.
I'd be happy with that.
It's flammable.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Don't
And
forget,
can I
this is one of
fashion-
Sam's characters. If we can make something out of
Can-
that,
can-
if you will.
Can Splint fashion some torches together?
I've got a headlamp and a flashlight, but can I use flashbangs instead, please?
Oh, damn it, Andy, you're ruining it. I was just about to bring River down on my level.
Ed?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Are you just sort of like, yeah, no, that's something you'll be able to sort of jury together. Can you roll, let's say, what would it be? Engineering. To make that.
Yeah, no problem. Is anyone wanting to help me out with these?
No.
Okay.
Oh, doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, no, Splint does a very capable job of making some decent old-timey torches.
Nice. I hand them out to everybody except Cookie.
So I've got a headlamp and a torch.
Exactly.
And
If I hand one to Cookie, flame end first.
And then while he's trying to grab it, you just keep moving the flame so it's going to touch his hand.
Yeah, exactly that.
Pass it, flame end first, after sticking the non-flame end up your bum.
If that's what you're into.
Your choice is either the shitty end or the fiery end.
Beautiful. So who's taking a torch then?
I am.
Flashbangs.
I'm going to avoid doing so because I'm going to be invisible.
So it's just Splint.
I think it's just me. Can everyone
Yeah,
else
you'll be
see in the
alright.
dark? Fucking hell.
No, but like if you've got a torch, I don't
yeah.
want to carry one and make myself a fucking target.
That's fair.
Why is that
Lovely.
torch floating?
Exactly.
Cool.
Cool.
James, Spin is going to then look at the cave, look back at Jameson, and go, "Well, after you then. Remember where we parked?" And then we enter the cave, I guess.
You enter the cave. Now, please, for the love of God, tell me the fucking line of sight shit is working.
It is. I can see
Yes.
from where I am to about there.
Yeah, to about here and there.
Yeah,
So,
so
if I come over here, but I can't see anything.
I can see.
I don't
30
emit
feet.
any light, but I'll just stick with people who do emit light. So it's fine.
yeah, so
all
some
good.
of, I have tweaked it so some of you, the guys who have like night vision, have night vision. The guys who have who are carrying torches are carrying torches. So
Fucking pro strats over here from Ed.
Ooh.
this has fucked me over so many times.
I'm just happy that we've gone onto a map and we can see straight away.
It's quite nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've worked out the kinks. Famous last words.
Yeah, we're fucked now. Thanks.
Dom?
Me.
What have you just put in the chat?
Oh, that's your dad sharing memes with you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it?
See.
You don't want that, do you?
Re, forward, so funny. Oh my, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
This is
see?
your.
Yeah. This
This
is
is
your
your forward.
future.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he doesn't know what lol means. Oh my god, or OMG.
Not yet.
Yeah,
but,
we're,
he,
we're
but he's
gonna
seen
teach
them and he
him.
might use them wrong.
And also, if you can see, he's just forwarded these on to you and replied to them. Like, it's not. He didn't write that email.
That's a real for the win, am I right?
Oh god.
Mate, that really had me being all over the floor.
You're killing me. You're
Yeah,
literally
we'll teach him internet speak, but just wrong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, teacher. Oh yeah, the shit where you just like alternate.
LOL
capitals.
means lots of love.
Yeah. Rar XD rar.
what is it? That one where it's just like from someone's like saying your granddad died, lol, because they meant lots of love, and it's just like savage.
Just WTF is, well, that's fantastic.
It's funny.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
All right, Jameson, you leaving the way in the cave?
I need people with fire to lead the way.
Leave the way.
Leave the way so we can play it by year. We'll see how it grows. All of those hilariously mispronounced even.
Top meme.
So did we come from? We came from this side, right?
Yeah, the
So this is the
north
cave.
side is the outside.
Gotcha.
This is the cave.
This is poop. Yeah,
That is the poop. That's the poop trail.
it's poop trail. Yep.
Follow the yellow brick shit.
Fucking hell, Tom.
Hey, do we allow a free movement?
Yeah.
Onwards!
Goes in the wrong
That's
direction.
the wrong way.
God.
Oh, that was so good.
Are you still going? There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Who's got the torch? They need to go because
I've
I
got a
can't
torch.
see.
Oh, I found a white.
Are these power cables?
No, that's
No, these are drag marks on the ground.
Oh, that is much better.
No investigation check necessary. These have been just. You can just see them just sort of like just plowing through the shit and mud and everything that's on the ground here. You
Blended.
come into this little chamber here and you find a pile of bones and viscera and flesh and blood just strewn about in this chamber. The main pile is here in this sort of midden heap, but the entire room is this entire sort of cavern chamber is just absolutely littered.
This stinks.
It is quite smelly.
Time to go.
And we got to go down this.
I've changed my mind about going first.
Ditch found somewhere to go, Jameson.
Always first.
That way.
Yeah.
There's like a little tunnel.
Oh,
There's a little tunnel. Oh, there's a thing down here.
Oh,
Which way?
right. We
Oh,
get
there's
more
more blood.
drag marks, I'm assuming.
follow the
Yep.
yellow. Follow the red blood road.
I love the Red Blood Road.
I'm
Go to the left. Go to the left. Go to the left. Crisscross.
Everybody, clap your hands.
Yes.
I've lost.
I'm over here. Over here, boys. Oh, I found a grey box.
Yes.
Is it grey?
Yes, it is. Coming into this chamber, you.
The last time I said something was grey, it wasn't grey.
Isn't everything great for you?
Yeah, coming into this chamber, you find two large crates at the end of these drag marks. Looking at them, you see that they are emblazoned.
I'm just going to drag John closer into the group so that he's not on his own at the edge of the group.
You should see
just
where I
drag him
originally
in.
left myself. I
I'm
left
just
myself
gonna
in
put
that
him
big
here.
room.
I'm going to drag him into this little spot here in the middle of us all. Sorry, Ed, carry on. I just wanted to do that before we got into the other
Fair
fights.
You see these crates in front of you. They're sort of metal, the metallic crates, very sturdy, very sort of rugged, and they are emblazoned with the Rook Industries logo, which is basically like a small castle emblazoned on the front of it, on the sides. I should say.
This is what we were sent to collect, isn't it?
Were they the ones who sent the mechs against us?
Mexicans.
Not
Yeah,
sorry, what was I talking
Definitely
about?
Go on the
not
wall.
Mexicans.
You mean the
Were they the
replica?
ones who sent the synths?
No, that was one of the was it as a Paragon start. Let me just remind myself. No. Well, short answer, no. That was one of the space
It was the same one. That's fine.
that you'd screwed over. No, this is separate. This is a company that you have not come across, but Jameson, you are aware of this company. You don't even need to roll on it. But, you can roll bureaucracy actually to see how much you recall.
I mean, you say I can roll it.
Can I roll it?
Technically.
I've got a +6 to bureaucracy.
Jameson can roll it with advantage. Not bad. James, you know that Rook Industries is owned and operated by the Rook family.
Wait a minute.
The patriarch of which
Hold
is...
on. Hold up.
Yeah,
That's my name.
it is, isn't it? That's funny. Oh, what a coinky dink.
Definitely only just clicked. I was like, hold the phone. The Rook family. You what?
Huh, that's a funny name.
Hmm.
Huh, get an advantage. Oh, that's funny.
I've been bamboozled.
Wow. I think Rook is the big bad. Jameson Rook is the big bad, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been busted.
Spin aims his shotgun at Jameson. What is this? Why is this your company? Who are you?
Fucking me. You think if I ran that company, I'd be here with you?
Well, you are a sociopath,
Says who?
says my medical opinion.
I trust
I
it.
mean, that's
He's kept me alive.
No, Jameson, you know that this company is owned and operated by the Rook family, the current patriarch of which, Arthur Rook, you are very well acquainted with, as he is the man that you believe to be your father. They are incredibly powerful and influential company within London's aristocracy, primarily dealing in advanced technologies and cybernetics.
Wow. Fuck.
Yeah.
So can we pick this thing up? Oh, by the way, isn't Ditch in his mech suit? Shouldn't he be giant?
Yeah. How do I do that?
I would say Ditch would probably be unable to get into here within his mech suit.
Damn.
Are these things heavy?
So they are quite heavy.
The drag
right.
marks, I'd assume, yeah.
He's
I
probably
mean, is it going
Ditch
to be a
is
sex drag now?
that here.
I'm just in complete darkness
At the back.
outside.
I try and fail to lift them.
Someone else can help you.
I'll help him like shove them out, I guess.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah.
Whoever's helping, anyone who is helping, roll an athletics check.
Um,
Fucking hell.
I would like to just keep an eye out for
Redacted.
things instead.
Alrighty. So between Jameson, Redacted, and River, you guys managed to start moving one of the crates. Splint. Please make a perception check for me.
Carry weight on the dog.
24.
Splint,
Mm-hmm.
you're pretty sure you heard. You don't. You can't be certain, but you think you may have heard something.
I would like to say, pretty sure I can't be certain, but I think I heard something. What kind of thing did it sound like? Scuffling, talking?
It sounded almost, and you're not sure how, but you thought it sounded like weeping. Something crying in the night, in the darkness, but it's tough to make out.
Okay. I would like to load my gun with some ionized shells.
Can Jameson put his ear to the crate?
Yeah, go for it. Make a perception check for me.
Oh, I'm shit at those.
Can I give him
Great
my
noises.
I assume stethoscope for him to listen with?
You do. Unfortunately, yeah. No, there's nothing to hear. It's completely quiet inside.
Okay.
Just checking the noise wasn't coming from inside the crate. That would have been very disconcerting.
Wait,
So you're
Have
pretty
we-
sure it definitely came back from somewhere in the cave system that you've come through.
have we made sure that the crates are intact?
We have not. Good point.
Anyone can make an investigation check if they wish.
Oh,
We
that's
also
not
just
very
open
good.
up and see what's in there.
I would suggest we do that once we're in a secure location.
Well, could be something useful in there for a potential upcoming fight.
So, John, on a cursory inspection, the crates do appear intact. Not they appear a bit sort of dinged up from like getting dragged through here.
But not breached.
And it does appear, but it appears that they're mostly intact. It doesn't appear like they've been busted open or anything like that. With your investigation check and with the guys with the light around you, you can see like there's a lot of scuff marks around here. It appears that this has been used quite a lot as some kind of sort of stash room or some kind of sort of smuggler's sort of hideout.
Is there anything around that could be used to make the moving these crates easier, like a little trolley thing with wheels, or
Unfortunately not.
damn?
Cookie,
So
can
you're
you
able
turn
to
your
move
dog
one crate at a time between the three of you.
Cookie,
Yes.
can you turn your dog into a trolley?
Can I turn my dog into a trolley? I'm a mechanic, not a fucking magician.
You're not a magician? Oh shit.
The caraway and the dog.
Yeah, I can turn my dog into a trolley. He's got wheels like the dog at the end of Wallace and Gromit Close Shave.
Easy.
I think we should all move the crates together.
Alright, let's drag this shit out of there.
Just to check, Ed. I've got 3d8 as my normal shotgun, but by loading ionizing it'd be 3d6, correct?
Yes.
That's fine. I will roll a normal attack, but I'll just do the damage separately.
Oh, Mr. Ditch is blocking the way.
Sorry.
Can we just hand him a crate?
I can't
Can you
see.
give the crate to the man?
Gonna hand me the crate.
Give the crate to the mech. Wait, let's give the crate to the mech, and then we go back and get the other one, so we got both.
Yeah.
I don't want to make two journeys through the creepy cave.
Alright.
Right, we do that. Please, Ed.
What are you doing, sir?
We're gonna give the crate we've got to the mech, and then go and get the other one, so we've got both.
Okay.
Can the mech carry both?
Just in terms of the size of it, unfortunately not. It would require both of its arms in order to carry one, but yeah, the mech would be able to carry one.
Nice.
I'm not going to move the boxes, but yeah, you get the idea.
Okay. I can't see where I'm going.
Yeah, need people with the light.
Wait, has the mech not got headlights?
Apparently not.
No, it was a completely bare frame when you guys got it. You still haven't done anything.
Cookie,
Need some-
priority.
Oh, what's this?
Ah.
What's this?
Oh no.
as you guys round the corner, right
Can I move up
directly
a bit,
in
'cause I'm
path
just
where
so far
you
behind.
were before, standing in front, just completely out in the open, looking at you, is almost an identical copy of the large brute that you saw before, just staring you down and just breathing heavily.
Wonderful.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
John, just from the back, quite quietly, just goes, "Fuck off."
So quiet though.
So quiet that like the line of the line of my defense in front of me can't even hear it. But John knows that he said it.
That's what matters. You stood up.
Dog.
I'm going to say the dog is with us. I just haven't moved it because.
Very good.
Where's Splint? Is he still round the corner?
Yeah, I just hadn't moved my guy up, so I'm behind apparently. It's fine. I'm just outside of your range.
Apparently.
I've never been on live television before. Apparently, Dan has feet the size of clams.
Has
Brilliant.
everyone rolled?
Yes.
Lovely. Actually,
It's a lot of 17s.
so yeah, a lot of fucking 17s. You guys are very consistent with your initiative rolls tonight. You notice, well, before anyone else gets a chance to act, in the sort of pregnant pause as this creature is staring you down, you also become aware of another noise.
Fuck off with your fucking vampires.
Is it right behind John?
No, this is coming off from the water over here. You hear dripping, and Splint, this is, now that you're focusing on the noise, this is where the sound of the weeping and the crying that you heard was coming from. The crying has sort of stopped now, and all you're left with is the dripping. You guys can hear it coming from the ceiling over there.
Well, that's creepy.
Is it a fucking witch from Left 4 Dead?
Oh, we are all gonna die.
Me first.
Good thing we're all well rested.
Yeah, good thing we had a nap.
That's dead.
Let me
Hello,
just-
Stephen.
I need to roll his.
Oh,
I
Stevie.
need to roll something. Maybe his initiative. Very good.
Well,
You hear. Oh, actually, he's going to go first.
Fucking hell, that's not terrifying at all, is it? Patient-012.
So I'm going to need. Oh my god.
the excitement in his voice is not good.
Just a heads up, then you've got the
I'm going to need Cookie, River, and
Oh shit.
turn order is all squiffy.
sorry. I'm going to need Cookie, Jameson, and River to make a. Oh, let me just remind myself. Is it a mind? I think it's a mind. A mind save for me, please.
Oh fuck.
Oh, Cookie with his strong brain.
Oh!
River with her weak brain.
Yeah, but River does have stun batons now, so, you know, swings around.
That's true. That's true.
So out of the darkness, you see just this gout of. It's difficult to see. It's so dark, but when it hits you, there's no doubt in your mind it is blood has just been sprayed across all of you.
Oh.
When
Was it blood, did you say?
he didn't want any of it before. When it hits you, it's disgusting. But when the smell assaults your nostrils, you feel your mind getting sort of invaded by angry, sort of violent thoughts. Cookie and Jameson managed to shrug it off, but River, you are
Yeah.
now enraged.
Oh, lovely. What does enraged mean?
That'll mean something very fun on your turn.
Okay. That's coming soon. We'll find out.
This
You
is,
go and kill John.
it becomes 28 days later.
Oh, no.
And and then out of the darkness, you see this emerge. Well, let me just show you this.
What the fuck is that? Oh, wonderful.
Ooh.
What did you do, Ed?
Oh, good. They brought a mech.
Oh.
Well, we can have a mech fight. That'll be.
Alrighty, so
I'm not going anywhere near that
basically,
fucking thing.
so this is what appears to be what was maybe partly human. The human parts have been stripped out. There is basic bone, but it is almost all cybernetics. The flesh that is left is sort of overdeveloped blood vessels, sort of thick, thick as your fingers, snaking its way through the machinery, and and it sort of descends from the ceiling, eerily silently, sort of patting down onto the ground in front of the mech, and it is going to, it sort of lets out an anguished cry, and it's going to attack Mr. Ditch. So, Mr. Ditch,
Oh, jeez.
Please.
it's going to try and pry open the mech with its bone claws. Does a 17 hit?
Hang on, I need to change my AC back to mech AC. No, it doesn't.
Ah, it doesn't.
You know what, Tom? You cocked up earlier, but right now, good job.
Alright, it's going to take its second attack. 24 hit.
Oh, fuck. But, oh, no, it does hit. Yeah.
Fucking impressed. That missed. Yeah, so it does 16 points of damage, and you are grappled. It begins to pry open the mech, and what it does next, it tries to clamp its jaws onto you. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so it manages to pry open the mech ever so slightly enough, just enough for its jaws to get in and pierce into your body.
The mech suit also has a damage threshold of 15.
So the mech only takes damage on the first attack then, but the second one is going to be directed at you.
Oh no, now I'm going to have to deal with 2 HP.
The second one is going to deal, so the blood drain is going to deal 10 points of piercing damage to you. It also then does 13 points of radiation damage.
Oh, fuck. So that's 23 points. 58 minus
Its
22.
turn.
Okay.
River, it is now your turn. You are enraged, and
Yes.
the simple sight of your companions around you just fills you with
Oh no.
uncontrollable violence, and you just want to attack them.
Right. Okay. And do I get any choice as to which
Pick
one
Jameson.
I attack?
Choose whichever one you want, or you can just roll randomly. It'll be one.
Can you choose the one that's over here that's not her companion?
Yeah.
It's odd. When you look at those creatures, you don't feel anger. You feel connection.
All right. I'm gonna roll odds. I go for. Wait, I get to choose, don't I?
You can pick.
It's a lot better for me to go for Jameson or the mech.
Cool. Yeah.
Because if I go for Cookie, he's got less health, and there's a good chance I kill him. And Jameson threw a grenade at me, so I'd say that's most justifiable.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you gotta put that one time.
Well, you know. All right. Hopefully this. This is not good. I don't get sneak attack. Oh wait, do I get sneak attack?
You haven't got any allies next to you.
That's true. I hate everybody around me, so nobody's giving me
It
flanking.
does not.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're
you
good.
Invisible?
We're good.
Slashing damage.
Wait,
Oh,
River.
shit, I'm
She
invisible.
was invisible.
You were invisible, weren't you?
Oh shit! All right. Well,
We all
I have to say this is the
Saving.
single most fitting use of the sneak attack fuck Sam edition.
Oh,
No, man!
oh
To roll it
God,
again.
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
delicious.
You took 14 points of damage to me, you son of a
I'm
bitch.
also going to need you to re-roll that another D8 as well for the.
Oh god, yeah.
This would have not gone well if we all failed that mind saving throw.
Yeah,
Oh,
we would have all just
really
murdered each other.
The 3d6 is. It's all slashing, isn't it? So,
It's all slashing. Yep.
so I can harmall it. I would cut it off first.
Are you haven't acted yet? So are you raging?
No, I'm
I'm
raging.
not.
Probably not.
Sorry, bro.
You have a lot to answer for today, Dom.
Hey, hey. I didn't choose to do this. The blood made me do it.
You didn't have to hit me with your fucking hitting katana. You could have just poked with your fucking finger, man.
Oh shit! Yeah, I didn't even consider that.
Sam,
That one is on me.
Like, I'll cut his head off.
Sam's upset because somebody's done damage to him.
I don't know. Hang on a minute. I did like what 7 damage to Dom.
24.
Yeah, but it was to a lot of people. This is
like,
just a similar amount of damage to you.
So,
Look, I happened to crit.
so Jameson,
9,
looking at the giant, you take 45 points of slash damage.
Sorry, bro.
Ed, your maths is wrong.
Am I?
Yeah, it's 29 add 9 is 38 plus 5 is only 43.
Plus,
That could be a very important differentiation later on.
I am probably.
It is
I am
43.
being
Yeah,
thick.
yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. Either way,
Right, 43
Oh,
points
Dom
of
has
damage.
now got the same amount of hit. Your tank now has the same amount of hit points as fucking redacted.
Well, okay, for what it's worth, it's hard not to get some enjoyment out of getting a crit as a rogue. I'll be honest with you, I'm enjoying this.
it's a beautiful hit.
It's lovely, isn't it? Yeah.
Jameson, you are a little bit taken aback by the thing that
I'm
is
beside myself with the
dropped from the ceiling, and you do not even think to guard against your back, where a sword just appears out of your side.
Man, I could have used the stun batons. Poor. Do I roll any save to maybe get rid of the enrage
Yes,
effect?
You do. At the end of your turn, please roll another mind save.
There are so many things you can
Oh dear.
You are still enraged.
It's alright. Next attack, I might remember to use the stun baton. Maybe I'll go for the mech next time, you know?
You arse.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything with your bonus action?
Oh, my God.
Oh yeah, hang on. I will use my bonus action to... Well, I can still use my movement, right?
Yep.
I'm going to use my movement to run away. To, like,
Right.
here-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jameson.
I'm so pissed.
Delicious.
Alright, I'm really fucking angry. Like, I bonus action fury, no questions. I'll resist my very strong urge to hose down fucking River with a minigun.
It's fair, I would.
And I'll do the frustratingly logical thing, and I'm gonna do that, but to this ugly son of a bitch.
Go for it. Wow. 25. Damn. Yeah.
Just to the first one, the second one miss.
The second one. Let me just double check. I can't remember. AC is no, that's a miss. I'm afraid the
Alright,
second
so
one.
this first one, but I get a +2 for Fury, that's 25, and I get an extra D6 for Complete Weaponry. 26 damage.
Fucking hell, nice. So that's still a really good hit.
And then I don't think I have any capacity to heal myself. I'm just gonna holler at the top of my fucking voice. Where the fuck is Splint?
I'm gonna go. Why? Did you hit yourself with an old fucking grenade?
Talk to the fucking rogue.
When you do that, though, Jameson, the large creature in front of you is going to activate its blood frenzy ability reaction and move towards you, and is going to attempt to grapple you. So if you can please roll a athletics for me, contested. So it tosses the mech aside with Mr. Ditch inside, sort of peeled open like a can of tuna, and it stabs a claw towards you and grabs you, and you are now grappled.
Hang on.
I should have also mentioned it got an extra +3 to. Oh no, do you get? Oh yeah, because it was a blood frenzy, so yeah, it gets an extra.
Skill check, not saving throw, isn't it? Oh no, it's a strength check. It's a strength check, isn't it?
It's a strength check.
So I get advantage.
Oh yeah, because you're appearing. Go for it.
Fuck you!
Yes. You just about managed to like bat it aside, just sort of rolling out of the way of its attack.
Jameson's gonna spit blood in his face.
Very good.
Swear to
Moving on.
If the vampire comes my way, I'm so done.
This guy is going. This chap here, seeing its leader engaged here, is going to rush over here to Mr. Ditch, the large chap in front of him, and he is going to try and attack him, probably fruitlessly. It was fruitless. You also see another one rounding a bend. Sort of out here, it's going to
Another one.
2,
Another
3,
one.
4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 8. It is going to make a. It is trying to get around to the unattendeds at the back. So it's going to try and rush past the mech here with its dash action and get past. So, Mr. Ditch, feel free to make an attack of opportunity.
Get an attacking opportunity.
Yes.
Ooh.
Fuck, damn. That's a hit.
Sizzly.
Do I get a?
It's dead, right?
Do I get a D6 as well?
Yeah. Extra 2, very good. Lovely. Moving on, it is John's turn.
So, is this? This is like a big mech suit. Is it? Could I, if I were close enough, say, climb on the back of it?
Mm-hmm.
It's worth the risk, I think. So I'm gonna run. Give that boy an attack of opportunity.
Yep, he shall take it.
I've got to find out if I need to bother moving my token the rest of the way. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Holy god.
Holy fuck balls.
Yeah, that's about half of a good hit.
That's I mean, he rolled 2 7s, so yeah, that was a bad hit. So yeah, you are there. You are grappled, I'm afraid, and you have just taken 19 points of piercing damage.
But they still get the grappling thing, even if they're attacking an opportunity.
Every time they attack with their bone claws, if they're successful, they grapple the target.
They're grabby fucks.
Then instead of what I was going to do, which is climb on the back of the neck and stab it, I'm going to stab this cunt that just grabbed me.
Yeah, go for it.
Stab, stab, stab.
Well, is a miss, unfortunately.
Well, I'm grappled in my defense. It's difficult to stab something that's holding you very close to it with a blade that's hidden in your arm.
Are you doing anything else with your turn?
As a bonus action,
Yep.
I'll point out that the mech is all held together with cables and stuff, and if we snap those, bits of it will stop working. Probably next person to attack it gets advantage.
Very good.
It was either that or
Alrighty.
tell River to stab Jameson in the neck, so she gets advantage next time she attacks him.
Both are good. Both are good.
Alrighty, moving on. Cookie.
Hang on, I'm just plugging something into my charger. Right. Can I? I haven't rolled initiative for Tyrone either.
Where was he?
19. Can Tyrone go after me?
Yeah, we'll do that.
I just forgot.
That's cool.
So can I ping echo on the big nasty?
Big nasty, yeah.
So 5d4.
Yep.
Plus 5. So 17. Now, will he get an attack opportunity if I move away?
Yes.
Really?
He has already used his reaction this turn, so probably not.
Probably not.
He won't.
Okay.
But you could climb on the mech.
I mean, I say probably not because some creatures may have extra reactions, but you know that the vast majority of creatures don't have.
Right.
They only have one reaction.
From here, can I please? Now this might come across controversial, but I feel it's for the better.
Shoot, Jameson.
Grenade it, Jameson.
I'd like to overcrowd River.
That is a completely good decision.
Yeah, okay.
So can River please roll a mind saving throw?
Well, we've shown that I'm not very good at these, so I'm going to get a nat 20. Shit.
What's your save? What's the DC on that?
I don't know what the DC. What is it? What?
It is 8 plus your proficiency.
Oh,
plus
my DC is 15.
The
River
only
managed to
one you
shrug it off.
Fuck's sake!
Fuck it hell.
Oh no.
Not blinded.
Yep. Cool.
Just a quick one. What happened to my turn? I was supposed to be next, and now I'm at the bottom.
Yeah, you were
Oh,
supposed to
I'm
be
so
before
sorry.
Cookie. Oh yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
I thought originally I was supposed to be after Cookie, but I've now just appeared at the bottom. Carry on with
No,
Cookie's turn because we're on the
Let
same
me
thing.
get. Yeah, no. Why is that?
Yeah, see, I was.
Right, yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah, yeah.
Cookie. I'll find out. Carry on. Like Cookie can finish his turn.
No,
it's
you're
no problem.
completely right. Yeah, no, sorry about that.
Right,
Then we'll be next. And
you
then
want to go after Splint.
Tyrone should have gone before all of it, so I suppose we should put first, and then we'll do.
Tyron's just going to light the big bad.
Sorry.
Cool.
Tyron.
Actually, no, Tyron's not going to. Right. Is this the guy here?
That's a blank spot.
Oh, he's there. Right, can Tyron attempt to light bite this chap?
The big one.
No, not the big one.
Oh, that one there.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a hit.
Right, and now can he roll a
Oh, reflex.
reflex saving throw? Fuck.
15. Oh, yeah, succeeds, I'm afraid.
Fuck it.
Alrighty, is that all Tyran can do?
Yeah.
Alright, back to Splint. Sorry about that.
All right, mate. I'm gonna take a step there, and a step there, and a step there, and I'm gonna shoot this guy, who I think I have advantage on because of thingy. All right,
I think, John, didn't you do it on the big guy?
was it on the big guy?
It's on the big guy, yeah, sorry.
That's all right. That's no problem.
I mean, I'm not
You're
that
selfless.
And the big guy's been attacked since then, hasn't he?
sorry.
No.
Oh. Which
Should
case
shoot the
then?
big guy. Wanted.
I'm gonna leave the big guy because I don't think radiation damage would be a good thing to do on him. And I'm gonna shoot the guy closest to me, who's got John attached to him. Blammo 12.
That's going to be a miss, I'm afraid.
Okay, I'm gonna take a step forward and I'm gonna heal John.
Mhm.
Enjoy 17 health points.
Much thank.
And then I am going to move because I think I've still got some movement. I'm going to move 1, and I think that's it for my movement.
Very good. Mr. Ditch.
Yeah.
Ditch time.
Ditch time.
Ditch, please.
Ditch, please. Right. I am going to.
Focus the mech.
I'm going to attack Jameson. I'll attack the mech.
Oh, yes.
20 plus a d6. Oh.
15. Yep.
Wait, is that the next one to attack?
Yep.
Wait. Someone got advantage there, didn't they?
Yeah, no,
No.
that was the advantage.
Right. So was that attack?
And second attack.
Very good.
And d6. Yeah.
36.
36.
Minus 19. Damn. Very good.
And I'm going to use second wind to heal myself with 1d10. Plus my enforcer level, which is 6, so I get 9 more hit points. So I'm back up to 44.
Cool.
Okay. I think that's everything.
Alrighty. It's Patient-012's turn. Seeing the angry man in front of him, he is going to attack Jameson. First with his bony claws. 27. That is 11 points of piercing damage, I presume. Oh yeah, reduced to half for you. However, now that he has you in his clutches, he's going to make. He now has advantage on his attack.
Is it automatically grappled? I don't even get a save.
Oh, his automatic grappling.
Shit. Is it too late for me to use distraction?
Yes.
I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to give River red eyes.
He's going to attack again. Does 19 hit.
Yes.
That's 14 points of piercing, and then he's going to finish it off with a bite. Try and drain your juicy blood.
Oh God.
Is Jameson going to be the first one to zero out?
This very likely.
I mean, he did
No.
get critically backstabbed by a rogue.
Yeah, but
He'll
he
be
should
the
have thrown a
second one.
grenade.
Ditch
That is
zero
true.
that already.
Yeah.
You see, you then take. Where was it? I don't know. It's, oh yeah, his radiation damage from the bite. Only 6 points of radiation damage.
I'll do it.
Oh,
Oh, is he down?
Whoa.
Is Jameson down?
Take solace, Ed, in the fact that it wasn't you, it was Dom.
Yeah, it was.
I have killed a
Somehow
player.
that I don't know. I don't know if that makes it sweeter or more bitter for me.
It was your
yeah,
mechanic
Oh,
that
no.
turned Dom against him, though.
That is
it
true.
was. It was.
But also Jameson's use of a
So
grenade.
Jameson, for the second time in the entire campaign, please roll a d10.
Oh.
It's a 2.
That's not good. Doesn't think. I don't think that's good.
Jameson, as the creature clamps onto your neck and drains the life force from you, you could feel it tugging at your limbs, so much so that it just rips your left arm clean out of its socket, throwing it to the side and dumping you onto the floor.
Oh shit.
It also gains 18. You guys see as it sort of drinks in the blood, it leans back, staring up at the ceiling, and it appears invigorated.
I'm not going to alarm anyone, but Jameson's our heavy hitter. Oh no. Ditch.
And River's currently.
Jameson, I hasten to add, is not dead. He is making.
I mean, he's
No, he's been dead to us
He's
for a long time.
unconscious. He's unconscious.
Well, put it this way: all of my weapons take 2 hands to use.
I'm sorry, I love the. Your arm's come off. No, it hasn't.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. Oh, that's beautiful. Moving on. River, you are still enraged.
Okay, do I have to attack someone, or can I just run around like a gibbering idiot?
You feel the impulse to attack.
I have to attack. Okay.
Isn't River blinded?
No, I passed
no,
that one.
she succeeded on that, unfortunately.
Of all the things, I'm going to attack the big mech with the stun baton.
Yeah, so you have advantage because it's flanking with one of your allies.
Am I? I can't even see the ally. Oh, what you mean this guy? Right? Yeah. Okay.
And that guy.
Oh, I can't see that one. So.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
There's a stun baton roll. Hey.
24. But
Oh,
I
wait, yeah,
believe
advantage.
it's 3 is below the. Oh no! Roll your sneak
Yeah,
attack.
there we go.
13 is below the damage threshold.
That's right.
13 electric damage.
Right.
But never mind then.
Very good.
I could have dealt with that.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, I stabbed you. So.
And roll a mind save for me.
Oh, come on, please save this one. Oh, for fuck.
Oh.
I'm really sorry, guys.
Oh wow! Oh wowie!
I could have given you
I will.
on that, but you've already killed
I will run away again as well. Back into the corner. So I'm not helping them flank or anything.
Moving on. Tyrone.
Would
Come on, Tyler.
wouldn't Visadich get an attack of opportunity?
He could if he wanted to take it.
Right.
You could knock some sense into me or cut my head off. So
Again, can Tyrion attack?
Yes. Oh, that guy. So it does get advantage. So yeah, no, 19 definitely hits.
Shit.
9 damage. Very nice.
Derek Chauvin's been sentenced to 22 years in prison.
And a DC 12?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh yes, reflex save. Fails. He is grappled.
So which one's grappled?
This one.
Oh, I can't even see that one.
You're right.
one's next to you.
No, I can't see it.
So moving on. Jameson, can you make a death saving throw for me? A simple D20. That's a fail. That's one failure. Right, moving on. It is the cyber vampire. It is the starved vampire's turn. This one thrashing around with Tyrion hanging off its leg is going to attack the mech here. Probably fruitlessly. Oh no! does do 80. Fucking hell, 18 points of damage.
Ed being surprised by the characters he created. Damage.
I did not actually create these. I did not
Oh,
create
shit.
these ones. The boss I did, but these guys are actually in the Cyberpunk. In the what's it's
Carbon 2185.
Yeah, is actually in the base game manual.
Ooh.
And the second attack I don't think is going to do any damage. It's below the damage threshold. This guy is going to. He does have John grappled, so he is going to try and blood drain him.
I would like to impose disadvantage.
Please do. Ooh.
Thank you.
And he is going to take his second attack. He's already tried his drain, so he can't try that again. So now it's only his claws. So 27, that's 12 points of piercing damage to John.
Yep. I miss when people did ballistic damage and I could soak some, I feel, with my armor.
Lovely, that is their turn. John.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to. So, because I've got flanking with split.
You would have advantage, yeah.
But if I do a called shot, that would be just make it a straight roll, wouldn't it?
Yes. What do you want to do?
I want to try and remove one of its hands.
Okay. I will say possible. You would have to hit and do more than probably 10 points of damage if you wanted to do that.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna stab it then, because
Yeah. I think with the
all of my savvy attacks are d8s.
that's
and with
fine.
no
The
modifier.
damage. Oh shit! I just think with the damage requisite to completely chop a limb off would be hard to do.
I
Please
guess
attack.
I could just. What if I go? What if I call? I'm gonna go for the eye. Eyes are important. Not eye.
Yeah.
They've got that.
They're
not
yeah.
affected by it, aren't they?
Guys,
Correct.
do you have blind sense?
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna stab it with advantage. Thank fuck. Yay, 2 damage.
You rolled it, doesn't he?
No,
Roll his extra damage.
roll it again.
Crit.
Roll that D8 again.
5.
A whole
damage.
5 damage.
Worth it.
Pretty good. Lovely. Splint.
Flynn is going to try and get to Jameson. So this guy gets an attack opportunity. Now, my question is, he's grappled with this guy. His hands are busy grappling.
Hands are busy. I'm going to say in this instance he could, but he's going to choose not to. He's too he's too engaged with John.
Oh, nice.
Is it-
Oh,
is
sorry.
it
I'm
'cause I
going to
stabbed him.
Yeah,
I'm going to
he's a little
stand
peeved.
here. So I'm going to be
Yep.
somewhat behind the mech, like behind his leg.
Yep.
And I'm going to bend down and I'm going to bonus action quick heal. And you'll regain 14 HP. That was a pretty shit roll.
Yeah.
And then action basic heal, and you'll gain an additional 5, which is the worst I could have done there. So enjoy your extra 19 hit points there, Jameson.
Wait, gain 19 hit points.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good, Jameson. You are back up.
I can't wait to see him lose them all in the next turn.
Has anyone got a single-handed weapon they can lend Jameson?
I've got I do have one single-handed weapon.
I've got a pistol I can throw at him. Count that
I-
as an
I
attack.
do have a heavy pistol, but I use dex on it and I can't.
Yeah.
I do have a KSI SMG.
The thing is, they're all dex-based weapons. Like, I can't.
Actually,
I've,
now he has a dex of 0.
I
I also have a crowbar.
have a phase shift sword.
me have a look.
I think
In
that's
fact,
just,
Give him a
technically
phase shift sword.
I
That's
have
a D8.
2 crowbars.
It's not my turn yet, so carry on. I'll check the rules and see what happens.
Cool.
with heavy weapons.
That'll be and then I'd like to look at the big guy and just shout, "Hey, ugly!" And then just fucking that'll be the end of my turn.
Lovely. Cookie.
Right. Right. Jameson gets 13 hit points
Oh yeah, I forgot you could heal.
because I'm using healing, which is 1d8 plus my tech modifier.
Very nice. Helpful for Jameson.
He's not listening, but it doesn't matter.
Right?
You get what?
Yeah.
No, I was trying to look up how many hands I need to fight things.
He just healed you for 13 hit points.
Fucking hell.
And then can I attempt to blind River again, please? Is River is she still like
Yep.
Still enraged.
right?
Oh, for God's
When
sake.
you blind the
Oh, wait,
mech,
no, a 15. That was. So I failed
That's
that, right?
what you need to
Ye-
succeed.
God damn it.
So if it's equal to, you succeed, yeah.
I'm using all my good rolls on Andy's stuff.
It is fucking nuts.
This is ridiculous.
This is dildos.
Ugh.
Rolling is just incredible. For me, at
Right.
least.
Well, I'm done now. That's been my turn.
Mr. Ditch.
Ah.
let's hit him again.
Hit him again.
I think. Yeah.
5, that's a hit.
It's D6.
16. This guy's.
Now I've knocked all the health that Jameson gave him out of him again.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll hit him again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, damn. You don't have
Do I
advantage.
get advantage
Don't.
from
See how.
What's his
Unfortunately
name?
not.
from Redacted?
I forgot
Didn't
to
he
do it.
give him?
You did that the turn before. No, and people have already attacked him since
I
then.
forgot the one good thing I could have done.
This guy, you do notice though that this guy, as I said, with the blood vessels pumping through him, this guy is incredibly vascular for what is essentially a shambling corpse. But the blood is now just streaming out of him, and he is certainly looking a bit more ragged than when you first found him.
Ooh.
What a vast corpse.
Can I use my action surge for another attack?
Yeah, please do.
It's better
Yes.
now than never.
And he
Another
gets to
2
attack.
attacks.
No, twice. Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
Oh, unfortunately not. Go again. Yes.
Hey. D6.
Oh,
6.
Bad.
shit! Another minus another 6. Fuck. Yes. Very good.
That's everything I can do.
Lovely. It is Patient-012's turn. He is going to try and... well, firstly, he's going to try and grasp at the giant mech in front of him that he sees as the biggest problem. And he's just going to wail into him with his bone claws. He's not going to try and drain it this time. He's not flanking with someone else? No. Cool. So 12, I imagine, misses. Second attack. 19?
Miss.
Well, he's below the damage threshold anyway, so I won't do anything. And 12?
Ooh, miss.
No, so he just stands there just sort of like wailing, his bone claws just like scraping on the armored casing of the mech, but is not able to be effective. Very luckily. River may be more effective. River is
Alright.
still enraged. He's
Murder
still
time.
So
So
angry.
I'm gonna run here, and again, I'm gonna hit the mech because I feel like it can take it.
Is it with
Uh,
advantage?
Cookie's going to have a lot of repair work coming on.
Yep. Oof, 22. And
It doesn't
Low
reach
damage
the threshold.
and
Yeah.
there's the
But
sneak.
with a sneak attack, it does.
Yeah.
60. Oh, yeah, it does.
16 points of damage. Very
Uh,
good. And make
Um,
that mind save.
I'm gonna run back over here and make the
Ugh.
mines.
Liver,
back to the
you
team.
finally, having sort of splashed through the water over here, you've found like that has helped to clear the blood from your face and your eyes and nose,
brain.
and you managed to shake the effects of the enragement. And yeah, you return to your senses.
Well done, you silly bish.
That's me.
All right.
Oh dear.
Right, Tyron's gonna light bite on the motherfucker that he's been battling.
Yes, 19 does hit. It's another -8. Very good. Very nice.
Do they need to roll another reflex saving throw?
He's still grappled, so I mean, he can't be more grappled, unfortunately.
Good. That's it then.
He is still very much grappled, though. Lovely, Jameson.
Alright, I'm going to bonus action Fury because that drops when I pass out, which I did.
Oh, of course.
And then I have checked all my weapons, and my power axe is a reskinned mono blade sword thing, which is not actually listed as two-handed.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, fake shift sword. So
Loopholes, people. Loopholes.
I think we. To be fair,
Oh no, I wrote it in here.
I think it was a versatile D8 to D10, but because we went with this axe, it was D10 to D12. So if I do it one-handed, is it a D10 rather than D12?
Because we went for the it was the equivalent of the battle axe, weren't we?
Yeah.
Like the great axe.
So it'd be
That is a two-handed weapon, unfortunately. If it was versatile, it would be like a D8 to D10. That's kind of the trade-off with it being like a heavy weapon. So unfortunately, it is a heavy two-handed weapon.
well.
I would say you can try to use it, but any attack you try to make with it would be a disadvantage.
Is that going to be the same for any attack I make? Full stop.
Anything that requires a two-handed weapon, probably.
If you move towards Cookie a little bit, you'll have flanking.
Yeah.
So that would cancel it out.
Do a little spinny maneuver.
Shit. Yeah. Although I do so much more damage with a minigun that I have to back up. I wouldn't get the advantage. Yeah, no.
Yeah, and it would probably kill you as you step back.
Yeah, I'll drag my ass over here and swing batter.
Very good.
+2 fury damage.
-16. Damn. Oh yeah.
+2 free damage. So that's another 9.
Shit, this thing is gouting blood. He is now just spilling out in buckets.
Preaching to the choir here, boy.
If you want to add insult to injury, you should kill it with the arm it ripped off you.
Oh yeah. Beat it to death with your own arm.
Quick, somebody find it. Cookie, pass my arm.
He threw it against the wall, so it'd probably be over here somewhere. Yeah.
It just reminds me of that scene in Toy Story where Woody's like, Buzz, will you get up here and give me a hand? And Buzz just throws his
Right
arm.
through your hand. Yep.
Awesome. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Lovely. It is these vampires' turns. Not that one. this one. He is going to attempt to make an athletics check to break the grapple. 9 misses, I imagine. This guy. Still got John in his clutches, so I can't really think of any reason why he wouldn't attack him.
I would like to impose disadvantage.
Please do. Okay, so he's going for his blood drain ability. 18. I mean, you still wanted that.
Oh, son.
Does that
I'm alive.
Does that do? So that's 10 damage, and then it also does its radiation damage, which is going to be 5 points of radiation damage.
Shit.
Oh my god! Did that drop, John? John,
I'm unconscious.
can you please roll me a d10?
Oh no.
Oh no. Can't afford to lose any limbs. He hasn't got enough.
I'd say if it's a 2, we know what that is.
It's 2.
God.
So this one,
Like, I knew John was weak, but I didn't realise he was armless.
John, you
very good.
He might be dislegged, so hang on.
That's
John,
true.
are you feeling disarmed?
Hey.
I've never felt armed, if I'm honest.
So
You've
yeah,
already got one robot arm, so this will just be your second.
this one taking what seems to be taking a leaf out of its sort of progenitor's book, sort of leans in and getting traction to like lean into the bite. It seems to it's tugging on both arms. The mechanical cybernetic one holds, but the squishy organic just rips off, and Jameson, you feel like a warm spat of blood on the back of your head as you look over and you go like, oh shit, yeah, that's what it looked like.
Beat the big thing to death with both of our arms.
Dual wielding. Except he can't because he's only got one arm.
Moving on to John's turn. You are at 0 hit points. Can you please make a death saving throw for me?
Sure thing.
It's a failure,
Yep.
I'm afraid. That's 1. Splint.
Okay, fuck's sake. So, Spin is going to take a step up here. He's going to use his action to give some... No, he's going to use his bonus action to action to give healing to Jameson. So enjoy your 10 extra hit points, Jameson.
Thank you very much. I am now getting to a respectable number.
And I'm going to take one step over here. I'm going to reach out to John, and I'm going to do, as a bonus action, some quick healing. And he's going to regain 14 hit points. And that
Half
was a
of my hit
terrible roll.
points. I wish you hadn't said it was a terrible roll before I said it was half my hit points.
Well, that has a maximum of 24. There we go. And that'll be everything I can do.
That was a very valuable turn.
That was super clutch.
Very good.
Cookie.
Right, Jameson, take 8 HP.
I'm okay. I'm now, other than the fact I'm missing an arm, health points. I'm now fine. I'm 50 out of 70. I'm like fair play, boys. I've got 50 hit points again.
Oh, you got some good healing in this party.
Mm-hmm.
Once I hit, like, because every time I go up a level, I gain an extra D6 on that. D4 on that.
Quick heal.
Quick heal,
Now, that quick heal is
and that's a bonus action. That quick heal I can do 6 times currently.
nuts. Very good though.
I think we've turned the corner here, boys.
I can't do anything else as a bonus action apart from. Maybe I'll try and blind the big guy.
Yep. Yeah, you similarly like as when you attempted it with the other guy outside, you realize that this guy doesn't even seem to have eyes. It's basically just a skull with some squishy bits inside. It appears to be using other senses than eyes to sense where you are.
Nice.
Gross.
Mr. Ditch.
Okay,
Kill the big bad.
we're gonna
This guy
try.
is shambling at this point.
We're gonna try the same method and stab him in his cold, undead heart.
Do it.
Wait.
Oh, that's
It hits.
Right. Can I add, please?
Oh,
Can I add, please, 8 of my hit dice?
yes. Roll it.
So that's, hang on, that is,
How many hit
Oh, you
die?
have 8
You only have 6 hit die.
sorry, 6. That's 68, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can only see 5. Plus another one.
And 2. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Ditch, how do you do this?
Yes.
Gas.
I'm gonna like stab through his heart, but wait there for a couple of seconds.
Mr. Ditch, how are you going to do this? I'm going to stab him.
No, I'm gonna
I'm
like
gonna stab him, then I'm gonna kiss him,
Like,
and then I'm gonna push
put
off
the
my sword.
sword. Yeah.
Sneak slightly and pick him on the nose.
So, seeing the bloated, sort of pulsing core of this thing in its torso, you stab into what feels like an overly augmented and engorged heart. And as you do, you hear it shriek, go limp, and then as you rip it out, just blood gushes out. Its final death shriek, it is piercing and just like feels like your ears are about to explode. You guys clap your hands to your heads, but the creatures over here really seem affected. They both become stunned as a result and are unable to move currently. So that's him dead. River.
Yes. I can participate
Oh wait,
once
sorry.
again. Oh.
Very sorry, Mr. Ditch. That was your first attack?
Yeah, I got another attack coming
You still
up.
got another attack? Yeah, you can
Oh.
hit another guy.
I'm gonna go for this guy because that's the only guy I can see.
There's a guy just to your right.
You're right.
Next to you.
If you move south 5 feet, you have advantage.
I can't.
I think you already have advantage because you're still. I think you
So
are
if
still
they're stunned,
flanking.
don't we get advantage because they're
You
stunned?
get advantage anyway.
You can wreck him.
Okay, I'll attack him. I can't see him, but I'll attack him. Mech.
Yeah,
Ooh,
21 does
yes.
it. 17. Damn.
And a 6.
23. 22, sorry. Fucking hell.
Yeah, brilliant. So even with this thing being stunned, it also appears to be less sturdy. It appears more vulnerable to your attacks, and whereas previously it was tense and like ready for impact, it just sort of like carves into its flesh easily. Yeah, moving on to River.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna run and I'm gonna stab an enemy. Novel idea. I've just thought of it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
It's all right though because I do get snack attack and that might do more damage. There we go.
Yeah.
18 damage.
18 damage. Yeah, and similarly, this appears to be doing extra damage and in its vulnerable state.
Excellent. Excellent. I will end my turn.
Tyrine.
Right. I can't see this guy. Is he still alive?
Yes, he is. Damaged in between Tyrine and Mr. Ditch.
Like, bite.
Damn. Yeah, I'll do it. Similar thing. This thing is just getting carved up at this point.
End of turn.
End of turn. Jameson.
All right, I'm gonna take a step to the south, and then with disadvantage, unfortunately, but there is very little I can do about that. I'm gonna hose down this boy with my minigun.
Because he's stunned, you would get advantage. So actually, it does end up cancelling it out. So he is just sort of staying still, just sort of like standing with its hands on its head, just motionless, unable to move. So it gives you plenty of time to run it out.
You've got a one-armed man with a minigun on like a shoulder sling with just a hand on the trigger, like just desperately trying to aim it at a straight line.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh shit! Oh no! Straight roll, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Both of them hit.
+4 fury damage.
This
Right.
guy. Yeah. That does it.
Blown away.
That guy gets blown away in a shower of
45
chunks and bone. Yeah. That does it. It's dead. You have one final one remaining. Is his turn, but he is stunned. John.
Now that this thing has let me go, I'm going to run over here. I'm going to climb up on the back of the mech. And I'm going to shoot this boy from my little sling on the back of the mech.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Even with the stun.
Well,
I think with the mech just fucking and moving,
yeah,
it just sort
I'm
of throws
going
off the
to pretend that I know what I'm doing and tell the others how to kill it.
Very good. All right, Splint. It's just the one.
Splint is gonna take a step over here and shoot that guy.
I'm having a full-on fucking RoboCop moment here, but unfortunately, everyone's missing.
In which case, then I am going to fucking do nothing more. Everyone else is like relatively healed up now, aren't they?
Yeah.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Cool. Then yeah, I
Feels
shall
fine.
end my turn there.
Cookie.
I'm going to ping Echo.
Yeah.
Jameson like leans towards River with where his arm should be, and as if he's pointing. Like, you don't get to complain about health.
21! 21!
Yeah. This guy, he already has his hands on his head, already visibly in some degree of psychic pain, but the ping echo really cuts through, and his head just jutters and spasms uncontrollably until you hear a crack, and it just drops limp to the ground, and all goes silent.
Nice. Can we check what was on the bodies?
Yeah. So looking through, you see that emblazoned well, actually, roll some investigation first.
Can I help?
I'm gonna just look at redacted and be like, fucking look for stuff. 25. Well done.
Very good. So yeah, between you and redacted, you see that the chest plates on the smaller but still hulking brutes read sort of 1-002 and 1-084. On the massive one, it says, it just says 012 on it. Searching through the bodies, there's nothing. there's not much in terms of weaponry or gear. These things did not appear to have anything like that. But you do, with those investigation checks, I'll say what you do find is, well, I'll just take you over here. As you're looking around, John, you managed to find this. This is what looks to be a cement hatch. Well, it is like a cement slab that has just been cracked and burst through, which has a just about so sized sort of hole in it. Since then, it looks like rocks and debris has fallen through and caved it in. And so, but this appears to where you think these experiments or patients or creatures have made their way into the cave system from, but it has been plugged up already. How's that?
I think we should probably open those crates and find out if it's stuff to make new these.
Yes.
And if it's stuff to make new these things, we should probably do the big fire.
Yeah, lose it, burn it all down.
Outside, where maybe Splint can like give me a new arm.
It's maybe a good shout, yeah.
Do you have a new arm nearby?
I mean,
should we swap arms? And then I get like a +2 to strength.
Over there.
Well, did you which arm did you lose? Did you lose your arm that had the
No, I
That
lost
one.
my arm.
Cool.
So not my mech one.
It would have been your.
I lost my left arm because I was facing the mech, and then the arm threw this way.
Yes. So, I mean, for the sake of sort of expediency, between you guys, you do have the strength to get the crates out, especially with the mech helping. Does make it much easier.
Nice. Let's do it.
I'll say as well, with that investigation roll, as you were sort of been checking out the cave system here, John, you managed to find this little section up here, which had this little hidden crate hidden underneath this like water level in this little secret room up there.
Ooh.
Inside, you crack it open, and you find a few things. You find 3 silencers, one which can be used on any kind of weapon. Well, any kind of weapon that can be silenced, i.e., pistols, submachine guns, and sniper rifles. You also find a laser targeting sight.
What did you say you found? Sorry.
A laser targeting sight.
Ooh,
And a laser
that'd be useful for my shotgun. Turn into a long range.
Silence.
And a crate of 5 EMP grenades.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
And yeah, there you go.
I won't actually take the laser sight because obviously it's a shotgun.
Can be
Well, we
fitted to a
did.
shotgun.
We found an assault rifle. You like rifles,
true.
don't you?
I can use assault rifles.
I think you're the
you
only
can
person who
put-
can.
You can put laser targeting sight on pistols, SMGs, assault rifles, sniper rifles, or combat rifles.
Um,
And you get it removes the negative of shooting in darkness or dim light.
bad way. Cool. Well, we've got a couple of armless boys. I think we should. Can I try and reattach arms?
So they are both organic arms.
Yeah.
I would say you would need. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it is highly advanced surgery, which would require a phenomenal roll.
Okay.
What is your modifier to start off with for
Plus.
your medicine?
Plus 10.
I'm gonna say I was thinking the DC would probably have to be 30 for it
Yeah.
anyway. So a nat 20, and you would be able to possibly do it. So first off, for Jameson, you take him out to the mountain pass.
Hang on. Like, there's a fleshy arm. Is it easier to install a cybernetic than a fleshy organic arm?
Oh yeah, way easier. But you would need one.
Well, we got a dead mech that's got a metal arm, right?
He wants
What?
to turn him into a fucking charger.
It's not exactly a perfect fit, and you have not left it in a salvageable situation.
What about the 3 dead mechanical angry zombies, the vampires? Is there any of those who've got a half decent looking left arm that's made of metal?
Roll a cybernetics check, any one of you.
Oh wait, Sep, before we do that, cybernetics. Cybernetics, would that be robotics check?
Oh, robotics, sorry, yeah.
I feel like Jameson's forgetting that we're millionaires.
Looking around, you managed to find one on this one, which you think might be doable. Oh my fuck.
You guys.
But in the process of doing it, there was something you like tugged on a cable, and it just got scrapped, and it just got fucked. Beyond help.
John found one.
John looking around. I'll say, yeah. John looking around manages to salvage the one you previously had fucked. He unfucks it, and it is now a usable cybernetic limb.
Okay.
It will be god ugly if you do it, but it would act as just a standard cybernetic limb.
I hand it to Jameson. I will spend money and get a shiny one.
Okay. While Spint's doing it, can he somehow create a safety feature that stops him throwing grenades at his teammates?
Just use the other arm, man.
That might be a bit challenging. That might take
Add like a quick release.
downtime, maybe.
Quick
Programming.
release.
You say that.
Uh,
That's not the worst idea, because then I can scrap the crappy one and get a better one later on.
Worse.
No, embed it
If you're
so
being
deeply
annoying.
into him it can never be removed.
Yeah,
I
we
attach
can
it
just
to his
behind
spine.
and detach it.
It's something you
I-
would be able to get changed out in a major
Fine.
city very easily.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and attach it to him.
Yep. Make a robotics check, please, and a medicine check.
Do better than last time,
Okay.
please. Thank fuck for that.
Okay, lovely. And the medicine check.
Hmm.
Lovely. So, you take them out into the bars. You set up camp there with the vehicles, and set up a semi-decent field theater. Sterilize everything down, and you managed to successfully attach this fucking ugly junk limb to him.
Nice. I would like to take this opportunity to then say, has he now got like 2 right hands or 2 left hands, or?
You did manage to get him like the appropriate pay. He does now have a junk cybernetic left arm.
Damn. I thought it'd be quite funny if it'd been the wrong arm.
Can you also roll, just in this sort of period of time, just a medicine roll in order to kind of sort of stabilize John's amputated limb?
Yes.
Because you have done it, but you did some field work on it, but this is just to sort of make sure it's sort of like it's patched up well,
19.
dressed and everything. Yeah, it's fine.
That's good. Cool.
You've dosed him up to the eyeballs with painkillers, and he's gonna make it through, but he's a little bit lopsided for now.
Cool.
Is this Jameson?
No, this is John.
Okay.
Redacted.
Alright.
Cool. Trying to think if there's anything else I could do. No.
Note to self: don't throw grenades at River.
I was gonna wait for you to get dosed up on like a lot of painkillers and then apologise to you, but I'll just wait till we're till you get proper medical care then.
Right. I guess we go back to the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, can someone else take
And-
my bike back? Because I've only
Okay.
got one arm.
I'll
Rivers
take
on the
your
bike.
bike back, and you can go in the sidecar.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Cool. So you guys make it back out to the pass, and you have dragged the crates out to the vehicles. Are
Is there
you?
anything else in the crates at all?
Did you want to open them?
Yeah.
Yeah, just in case it's shit to spawn these vampire critters.
It's a mob spawner.
No. So you just grab a crowbar, you pop those bad boys open. There's no particular security sort of protection on them. They are just sort of shipping crates. So you managed to open them up quite easily. You open them up, and it's full of these sort of canisters in sort of bespoke sort of technological housing. Looks like this. There's about 20 of these, 10 in each crate,
Interesting.
and they are glowing. And as you sort of shake them or like move them from side to side gently, you can see that the inside is the liquid isn't glowing. It appears to be like the housing is like shining the light in it for whatever reason.
Definitely,
But it has
will have
like
cancer.
it has a gently moving sort of liquid or
balls as
gel
well.
in there.
I'll be alright then.
You've grown them.
Oh no.
Can I? What's in the liquid? Can I see what's in the liquid?
Looking at it, it's gonna be difficult because just looking at it is hard. Please make a. Oh, what's it gonna be? What would be the most applicable? Make I suppose robotics check for me.
24.
You're looking at it, and this seems very reminiscent of other gels that you've seen used in cybernetic augmentations before. Pretty cutting edge stuff. This looks like some kind of technological gel, potentially even like nanobot sort of technology.
I'm going to relay that information to the group. And then, is there anything else to notice? Just all these canisters.
It's just those canisters, yeah.
What would that? Is this nanobot stuff like healing nanobot stuff, or is it more like?
Just having the canisters there is impossible to say. You would need to have it.
Shit.
in some
Also,
way.
whilst I'm here, can I quickly go back into the cave and just get some DNA swabs of the fucking monsters we just fought as well?
Yep, super doable.
I'll just go back in there and just be like, I'm going to just take one of the big guy.
You just get
Just
jammed
wait.
up.
I'm starting to fall asleep.
Yeah, that's fine. I was going to say, so unless there was anything else you guys particularly wanted to do right now, we shall leave it there for tonight.
I would like to become a deity, if that's possible.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, we'll get into that right now.
I'll just avoid eye contact with everyone and try and pretend I didn't go into a crazed bloodlust.
I'll roll d20 for deity.
Jameson's going to take up a very irritating habit of like just kind of nudging River in a mildly amusing way, but only ever using his like ugly cybernetic arm in an overly aggressive manner.
Or just nudging and then just looking at his arm.
Yeah.
Just nudging you really hard with like the ugly, like crooked cybernetic arm that hurts.
He's just walking along next to River, just smacking their metal arms together.
River also has a cybernetic arm. Now we match.
I'm about to have 2 cybernetic arms.
That is true. You are good, and you are the one with the least con. You are the least prepared to become cybernetic.
Oh, I'm gonna be a cyber junkie.
Oh no.
Oh, I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, let me have a quick look. I think replacing limbs doesn't actually take up.
You get a normal one. No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
it-
just to
it
get the
is
base
0,
ones, yeah.
so it doesn't affect your blood toxicity.
Oh
It-
yeah,
it-
but I'm gonna just go ham.
Brilliant.
So I need more hit
Amazing.
points.
there you go. So you go bed down for the night and rest.
Will my arm grow back if we have a long rest?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a long rest, so you're completely
man.
fine after it.
Phew, this whole combat encounter, I took 7 points of damage from Jameson, and I responded with 43 points of damage to him. And yeah, other than that, I never got hit.
I did so much fucking healing.
I think in this session I should have
Not on
really,
me.
I should have really zeroed out 3 or 4 times.
Maybe
Yeah.
you should be
Oh
the
my
one in
God,
a giant
I am-
mech suit.
I am amazed it took that long for John to finally go down.
It was quite impressive.
I was doing everything I fucking could to keep him alive, like healing,
You're not like 2
distractions.
HP 3 times.
The thing is, Ed did down me, but I do think if Dom hadn't hit me with his actual katana and just like a stun baton, the rest of the damage that I took wouldn't have done it. Like it was just Dom.
That was the
I mean, it
perfect
should be said,
open.
the stun baton is literally a D6, while the katana is a D8. So like, the damage difference
Yeah, but
is not that
Mono
much.
katana has a you crit with that, didn't you? That was the big
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, I
But he
know.
would've-
But I'm
he
saying
could've-
if I crit with the stun baton, it's the sneak attack is where all the damage comes from.
Yeah.
because you did max
mean,
roll
look
on your
at
sneak
that
attacks
shit.
as well.
Yeah, yeah.
He
Like,
was
look,
invisible.
there is 22 damage from 2 mediocre rolls. Well, okay, they're pretty good actually. From 2 pretty good rolls.
And narratively,
Oh, it's fantastic.
she was enraged, so she
was enraged.
trying to
Yeah.
do max damage to you.
Yeah, and then I was using a stun baton on a big robot because the lightning would shut it down.
Yeah.
I came up with a justification for my meta strategy.
You refuse to be blinded.
Also, I kept succeeding on Andy's rolls and failing on the
Yeah, that was
important rolls. So I figured the least I can do is meta game a little bit here.
the humanity.
No, that was very good though. Thank you, Ed. I'm really, really happy that only one of us failed that mind
Honestly,
save at the start though.
I'm going to
Oh
throw it
my
out there. If Jameson and River had both thrown out those mind checks, you'd all be dead.
Oh
Cookie-
god, yeah. I think if
Yeah.
any 2 people had failed those,
Cookie
mind
also
checks-
had to make
Yeah, it was Cookie as well. Like if Cookie had failed it as well,
When you
we'd have
guys,
had a real fucking problem.
when that
If
fight started and you guys were all grouped up like that, it made me so
Oh yeah,
happy.
I could fucking tell.
I remember thinking, like, "Oh my god! Imagine if Jameson is the one that fails on this on this save." That I kept. There's a few times there I was like, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Is this going to be a TPK?"
Honestly, it was close.
when Jameson went down and John was about to go down.
Yeah. My whole plan was to just run past that guy and him miss his attack of opportunity, which I shouldn't really have counted on. My AC is so low. And then just
Yeah, you
like
need to
jump
do
on
something about that.
and just jump on the back of their baddie mech and just start stabbing important stuff.
Your fucking AC of 12, man. When we're level 6, is so
It's
bad.
So amazing.
You need to.
Oh.
It's like, and because John's attack rolls are not stellar. It's basically in combat. Outside of combat, definitely a level 6 character, but inside of combat, it's like a level 2 character
Richard,
fighting with you guys.
let's put some fucking armor on, man.
Why
No,
not?
I think we get him a mech suit.
Even if he put a fucking helmet on, he'd go up to 14. Like,
Yeah, but then he can't wear his fedora.
put the fedora on top
Do
of the helmet.
they make armored fedoras?
Now we're
God.
talking.
You can certainly look into it when you get
Wait,
back to the
a
city.
helmet's plus 2 AC.
There's
It's
a
essentially
light
a
helmet and a normal helmet. So I've got 16 AC because I carry a +2 helmet.
Oh, why the fuck am I not wearing a helmet?
Yeah, helmets are just
Yeah.
essentially shields.
The shields, yeah,
carbon 21.
But with no like
You
depth
don't have
to
to
your
use a
hand.
hand.
Yeah, but
so, yeah.
literally no downside other
I
than you look like a bit of a
Bit of a
lemon.
twat.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
that-
you can't wear a fedora.
I
That's the
literally
biggest
never,
downside.
never clocked that before. So as soon as we return to civilization, this is my fucking helmet, so they think I'm up to 18.
There you go.
Fuck's
Yeah,
sake, man.
that's
So
the thing.
actually-
Whenever we go shopping, I look at weapons.
I'm absolutely loving the idea that Jameson is just sat there with one arm and thinking like, helmet. Should have worn a fucking helmet.
How would have fixed this?
That would have done it. Oh
Yeah,
dear. Well,
that's
thank
not-
you,
I've
Ed.
got-
That was very good.
Thank you, Ed. I'm off. I'll catch you.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump
Oh,
off. Catch
yeah,
you guys
I'll catch
later.
you guys later.
See you
Have a
later.
good one.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Ed and Tom, we're going to meet at the farm at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Is that all right?
3 o'clock. Yep, sounds good.